And welcome in, everybody. So they released what were the top 10 most used cards from Phantasmal Flames for the, month and a half that it was out? And Dawn was double Battle Cage for number one. And Mega Charizard is apparently ahead of Mega Lopunny. And then there's Fire Breather. There's somebody mentioned on Twitter, there's some stuff going on in the low elos of PTCGL that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But like Mega Diancie and Mega Gengar being almost even is crazy. And then just like Dawn being double battled, it's really weird. It's really, really weird. And Sunny, opposite end of the country. But it's like you have to. It's no bad. Mega Lopunny is like a million behind Charizard. That's crazy. Fire Breather. What is going on? What the hell is happening? Crazy people. But we're playing with the shark today. Oh god. Yeah, and my original stream title was going to be that I'm the sharpest pedo. I don't trust these graphs. The only graph I trust is Steffi. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. For Wet Lights, you can very easily just buy a sub and you won't see any ads. And yeah, Sunny, hopefully you can make it. I don't know who decided, hey, let's schedule a tournament in Toronto in January. There's a great idea. Oh, nothing bad could happen there. Okay, so we're playing with the pedos today. I'm a Sharpedo defender. So it's Sharpedo. The combo, you'll see it pretty quickly. You retreat for free from Sharpedo into Kangaskhan, and then you Pecharunt. So there's two Pecharunt. It's just a really good combo. I have a Gengar build. I have a Salvatore. We got all the builds today. I'm going to try to make a YouTube video. If not, it doesn't matter. So I do apologize that this is probably the last stream before Ascended Heroes, which is exactly 2 weeks today. The biggest pedos, only the best pedos. Yeah, so I apologize. Like I know we joke around a lot here, but I do take it seriously when you give me your money. Right? Like I understand you give me money and then if I don't stream, it's kind of a waste of money, but there's not a whole lot to do. And I looked at my schedule. The first video probably won't go up until Saturday or Sunday. So I essentially have to do 10 videos in 12 days. And that's an insane rate. So we're just gonna, like maybe I'll try to do like a Mega Lopunny stream before Ascended Heroes is out, but just 10 videos in 12 days is kind of crazy. So we're, they got toes in their name. All right, so I Tozen 0304. Hydreigon. What the hell are they doing with a Hydreigon? Hydreigon D's nuts, am I right? All right, so I think we want to get a good card. So in this situation, I probably just want to get the Pecharunt. And we'll run some errands. Because this is not the best start in the world. Ooh, that's also not a great start. So I think in this situation, we just put these guys down. If I had a Binding Mochi, fun fact, I could knock out the Dino. But I think just considering that all they did was the thing. Oh, but no, we're fine. You know, I would have to essentially two-shot the Hydreigon anyway, but it's such a tough call, the situation that I'm in, because you want to have a damage counter on the Sharpedo, and if you don't have the Toxtricity, you can't do that unless you do the poison. Okay, so the Badoo is fine. This changes everything greatly in our favor. Because if I... Oh, they got the Cinderace? They got the Cinderace and the Team Rocket's Watchtower? So that shuts... Oh yeah, that shuts off Kangaskhan. Team Rocket's Watchtower is a crazy card. It shuts off Kangaskhan, it shuts off Pidgeot EX, it shuts off Blood Moon Ursaluna, it shuts off Noctowl, it shuts off the Dunsparce, it will shut off Meowth EX. I thought they were going to go into Dino. So they came prepared for whatever I'm cooking up today. Okay, so, oh yeah, we can't use our items. So in this situation... I mean, they clearly don't have it, right? They clearly don't have a whole lot going on. God, how do I do this? This is so awkward. Fine. I'll use the I&O. Let's get this. I don't want to be a boring person, and it turns out I'm super duper boring. But we have Gravity Mountain, so that will help me not at all right now. And we didn't get anything that we could actually use, so that's unfortunate. And if they're able to just go like Cinderace Neo Upper, we lose the game. And Nick, this is the last one. Because the videos won't realistically start until Saturday or Sunday. So I'll do Perfect Order, the full set preview first. And then the day after is probably going to be my full post-rotation or my full rotation preview. Then depending on what other YouTubers do, I may... yeah, so it'll be overnight. It'll be tomorrow, depending where you live. Then I have to wait for Pokemon Proxies to make the proxies. I have to, go through all 80 cards. So if Pokemon Proxies is able to get it up really quickly, then Saturday is probably when to get the preview. If they can't get it up, which is, something that happens to us, to the best of us, we got the pedo, then it'll be Sunday. All right, well, I think they lose now, right? Because I just go Boss's Orders, the Dino, have some Dino Nuggets. And did I forget to use the ability? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whatsoever. We're just getting some Greedy Fangs. And then, you want to keep mounting and bedewing me? That's totally fine, because I'm going to win. But the combo here is great. Assuming your Sharpedo doesn't get knocked out, you just retreat into Kangaskhan, draw 2 cards, and then Pecharunt back into the Sharpedo. So it's just a really cool combo that just works surprisingly well. And this is why you let the meta evolve, right? This is why you let Japanese players whack off for you. This is why I watch all the Japanese players whack off as much as I can, because then I don't have to do it myself, and it makes life so much easier. And you're excited for Decky Dewey EX? That'll be a fun card. That's Perfect Order. But it's so weird right now where I'm at, because I'm doing my rotation previews. That's March. I'm doing Ascended Heroes previews. That's 2 weeks from now. I'm doing Perfect Order stuff. That's March. And then I'm also, prepping for my pre-rotation decks, which will be February and March. So I'm doing like 4 different formats or something at a time. So it's my brain's a bit jumbled like a boggle set. Okay, they don't have... So I just knock out the Zweilous if I get a Binding Mochi. It's pronounced Decky Dewey. Everyone knows that. It's pronounced Decky Dewey. No, it's a deciduous tree. It's like a tree. Okay, that's not going to protect... Oh, they've made a huge oopsie. They made a huge oopsie in their pants. As long as I can just get an energy or something, that's something this deck has just apparently never been able to get for me, is just an energy. It's the weirdest thing. Is I think I've played like 6 or 7 test games with this deck. Never started an energy. The deck plays 8 energy. I just never am able to find it. It's so weird. Okay, so I can't play my items. I don't think a bosses in this situation is all that great, but I mean, if I put 70 on the dude... no, let's just go Binding Mochi. Let's just get the Mochi, and we'll get the Nest Ball. But how many energy do I actually have? Look at that, we got 7 in the deck, and I can't find a single one. It's pathetic. Like, it's crazy that I just can't find energy with this deck. It happens every single time that I play this. It's like, hey, you can't find your energy. Energy does not exist with this deck. Oh, there's not going to be... Oh, if there's not going to be EXs, I don't know if you want to take Tauros. Right? You probably just want to take Testicle Festival. Right? If you're going to a non-EX tournament, just play Testicle Festival with Shaman and Psyduck, and you should be fine. And yeah, I know they'll be able to get the Crashing Headbutt or the Obsidian. and be able to, knock out a Monkey Dory, but we should be okay. Because we can definitely do all the things. As long as they don't Iono me, we can do all the things. They're probably going to Iono me. I mean, I think Alakazam's a little overkill because it takes a little bit too long to get set up. I think you want Testicle Festival because you can just take 2 prizes every single turn. You can take 2 knockouts every turn. So I think that, oh, there we go. No Iono, and Neo Upper will be their ace spec, so they're not going to have Unfair Stamp. I think we're okay. All right, so what they'll do is they'll knock out Monkey Dory, knock out Toxel, put 130 on the Sharknado, but hopefully they realize that I'm doing 310 with a Gravity Mountain in play against something with 300 hit points. Do you think they realize that I'm doing 310 damage with the Pedo? Slowking is good as well, but you have to worry about Shaman, and you have to worry about, people just running Dust Noir, because Dust Noir is not an EX. So they could just play like Dust Noir with something and just go crazy. So yeah, Slowking would be good. Anything with Dust Noir would be good in Klefki. Well, it's EX-less. EX-less or rareless? The wheezing one, that one's good too. So yeah, I think they've just learned that they're going to lose this game. And I essentially have to keep the Pedo alive. Normally that's not a sentence you'd be saying, but you gotta protect the Pedos, am I right? Okay, so let's go and get 1 monkey. 2 monkey. And I guess I play with my balls. We'll get rid of, I mean, we need kind of all these things, so I guess getting rid of the Toxtricity makes the most sense. And then we'll go for a Carvana. But I think in the context of an actual, format focused around that, then it gets a little bit different. Okay, so I just want to retreat into the Kangaskhan. We don't want to... I don't think the deck plays Iono. I probably should have checked that. But all I want to do is just get Mochi Energy Switch and then win. Okay, so we go... how do I win this game without screwing up completely? Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, and then energy switch from you to you, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess maybe I could have manufactured... Oh, I guess I could have manufactured another Monkey Dory, but I didn't do that, so we're not going to. I'm an idiot and I forgot to do that. Why didn't I check? Because, again, only losers check. Only nerds with no life check their deck. Everyone else believes in the heart of the cards. Like, look at this. We're clean knocking out a Hydreigon EX. So they take a knockout with their Blaziken, which is fine, because we apparently prized Unfair Stamp, which is really cool. Actually, I think I lose, don't I? Do I just lose the game now? Because, well, actually, yeah, they can do 200. I'm going to be able to stamp them. I don't have an energy switch. So, yeah, I guess I was a little not smart there. But, yeah, Luke, in terms of like a non-EX format, Team Rocket's Porygon is not very good. It's like you have to think of it in the context of a non-EX format. So then anything that can take multiple prizes becomes really, really good. So like Dust Noir can wreck their board. Testicle Festival can take double knockouts. Slowking can snipe the bench. You can just play Vileplume, Kyurem, and just kind of win the whole thing if they don't have a Shaman. And Leah. There's no ball. Hey, we got 3 people. We got several people in chat with no balls. Press 1 if you don't have any balls. What? What did they just do? What? Okay, well, this ain't going in the YouTube video. What are you doing? What was the point of that? You just lost yourself the game for no reason. You just forfeit the game. You put your name to shame. You can't run this race. The pace is too fast. You just won't last. Oh, I wanted this to be a fun ending. But then they had to go and ruin it. Well, actually, I take the knockout with Petron, yeah. Yeah, I was like, I forgot I just take the knockout with the Petron, switching into the Sharknado. You had a chance to win. All you had to do was not bosses. If you did nothing, you would have had a better chance. So yeah, that was just the timer was probably counting down. They were probably deciding, what should I do? But I think they didn't realize that Gravity Mountain was still in play. And then I think they probably just got, a little flustered. Because again, they were facing Trust Your Pilot. That's just not easy to overcome. It's like you get flustered. All right, facing off against Rupert Murdoch, the billionaire tyrant. Nobody seems to have gotten that Linkin Park reference. I'm disappointed in all of you. If Clamburglar was here, Clamburglar would have gotten it. And for the record, I am looking into still streaming on YouTube. There we go. See, I knew you'd get it. So I'm still looking into streaming on YouTube. I think what I've decided is that if I do dual stream, I'll stream on Twitch and the VODs channel at once, and then I can still, upload good games to the main. Okay, this is fine. Okay, you want to start your Kangaskhan. You don't want to necessarily start your Carvana, but I'll take it. Wait, is this just Wug Trio? Yeah, I was going to say, is this just Wug Trio? And Ryusham, I'm glad you got that too. And PDC GL Dev, well, somebody's got to pay you. And Shouted, good job. So if this is Wug Trio, what's the strat? Do I just... Oh, I can honestly say I don't know what the Floatzel does. Unless it's, is it just like one of them recovery decks? Is it one of them, doesn't Floatzel get back your Pokemon or something? What is it? What does the Floatzel do? It's like, get back 3 Pokemon? Oh, it's a guaranteed energy discard deck. Oh, it's 30 damage and guaranteed discard. But, there's better options. Right? There's still better options. You don't have to do that. And Joe Rogan, no, you'd think a video game like this would have a leaderboard. Never Gonna Let Me Down. You never know. Yeah, well, no, Elegium moves the energy. This is discard, so they're gonna have like a Toad Scroll or something. But no, you'd think a game like this would have a leaderboard, like TCG Pocket got in 6 months. But 4 years later, we still don't have one. The only thing that can give you context is that you start Master League at 1500. So anything above 1500 is good. But I play bad decks. I played Alakazam EX for 3 hours. I was at about 1550 when we started, and then I ended at 1440. Well, there could be a leaderboard outside of the game, right? We don't need a leaderboard inside the game. We could have a leaderboard outside the game. That'd be totally something that could be done. We could just have it outside the game, and then we're just playing with pedos all day. My favorite pastime is playing with pedos. All right, well, let's attach, and then I guess I bosses hors d'oeuvres the Dunsparce. I don't know, this ain't going in, this is what happens when you're in the 1400s. Though I guess I'd more expect this in like the 1300s than the 1400s. But to further dive deep inside you, inside your comment, somebody did start a leaderboard for PDCGL, but it was on the honor system. Ah, that's a good one. But it was like the honor system where you report your ranking. But they abandoned that pretty quickly. It was like a community-run thing. No, Joe. No, this is PDCGL. We don't do stuff that people would like here. We don't do basic things that people would enjoy. D-man? Because that's work? Because that takes effort? Because I would have to put effort into what I do? Because I would have to, do things? And then no one wants to see that? All right, I mean, I guess I just start putting the energy on the monkey. So we go for the Petra run, and then we just kind of have it now, right? And then we just kind of win the game. Is that how this works? We just win now? So I don't think I need to bother with Toxtricity, right? Like, what's the point of doing anything with Toxtricity when I just have it like that? So then we go, 1, 2, 3, put it on there. I don't think it matters what I do in life. And then we go retreat, draw a couple cards. And the Ino and I guess the Unfair Stamp are going to be kind of important here. And there you go. But yeah, Joe, there's none of that information. I think it was Sejun Park, who's like I think a former world champion. They posted they were in the 1900 with Joltik box, and that's pretty good. So that was really nice. So I think they said that they got to the 1900s with Joltik, and Joltik's going to get even better with Ascended Heroes. Yeah, Sejun Park hit 1966, so just shy of 2000, which is an insane number. Just with Jolted box, and with Light Ball coming out, that's going to make it even better. Joe, this is PDCGL. You have to understand, if people would like it, we do not do that. The only leaderboard for your friends in the game is that it tells you which lead your friends are in. Anything over 1500 is the goal, really. Okay. They do realize I can just poison. I can just win, right? They do realize that, right? They can go for an Aqua Slash. They can also Aqua Slash, which they might think about doing. Yeah, it's kind of funny because they think they can win this game by not doing anything, but they're about to learn that that's not really possible. Okay, so I can do 70. Oh, I can't do 70 damage because I need a counter stadium. I don't know if the deck plays counter stadiums, to be completely honest. Wait, does the deck play counter stadium? Hang on. Do I even have a stadium in the deck? Oh, there's a Gravity Mountain. Okay, so we'll be fine. So no, we're fine. We're fine. It's 2 basics, right? Yeah, I can just win with Monkey Ping, so I'm not concerned about that. It's just I couldn't quite remember what I could do. Yeah, it's kind of funny because if you go look at your friends list, you'll see like an image next to their name with a number, and no one knows what any of that stuff means. Okay, I guess they're gonna Aqua Slash. They're gonna Whirlpool. Okay. Good for you. Good job. Congratulations. Good on ya. Good on ya, mate. Oh, mate, good on you, mate. But yeah, if you're wondering what those numbers mean, it's the lead you're in plus what section of the lead you are currently in. So like you know how in Great League there's like 3 or 4 different sections. There's like Gardevoir, uh, Captain Buttface, Mommy Dearest. That number correlates to which section of the lead you're in. It's so stupid. Um, it really seems like they don't know what's happening here, but I'm okay with that. All right, so I think we just take the 1, right? We just take the 1 to knock out the Floatzel, and then we knock out the Bleasel, and then they concede. We got the double Gravity Mountain. It'd be crazy if they hit me with a Zerosic, but it's too little too late for that, I think. And Super Smash Start, you will hear my thoughts on Saturday or Sunday, but it's very much a road deck. Unfortunately, Reversal Energy is gone. So that kind of ends that. That kind of ends that fun stuff. All right, then we go into you. All right, I got to make sure I bump the Gravity Mountain and then Energy Switch. Blah, blah, blah. Take the knockout. And then now what are you going to do? Yeah. And then now what are you going to do? Well, PDC, okay, to be fair, for the first time in my life, I'm going to be fair to PDCGL. The PDCGL leaderboard kind of sucked. Let's be honest. The PDCGL leaderboard kind of sucked because it didn't take everything into account, and it was not as well made. But yeah, unfortunately, Doublade is just not in a great position. Right? It's literally just a worse. I think I said it's a worse. What did I compare it to? It's a worse Team Rocket's Porygon, I think I said. So we faced Rupert Murdoch. Now we're facing Stuart Little. I guess we just give them the Pecharunt. So, oh no, I guess we give them the Carvana. I don't know. It'd be really cool if I could have started a Kangaskhan. ABC will go rewatch my video to find out. Okay, so in this situation, what does Trust Your Pilot do? I guess I just go get a Toxel. Because then I can knock out the Reshiram. Oh wait, no, I can't knock out the Reshiram. That's kind of sad. Okay, so then I think we just go for the Kangaskhan and just get set up because we should have a decent amount of time here. I think, like, I know I could have, done things next turn, but I wouldn't have a damage counter on the Sharknado. Well, that wasn't worth it. All right, well, assuming they don't Iono, then I'll just put the damage counter on the Carvana, and now we'll set up. So yeah, I guess I could have done things slightly differently. I could have gone for a Carvana, attached to that new Carvana, Petcharunted, and then evolve next turn. So it would have been a lot of work. And again with the Team Rocket, this is the second game today where we've faced the Team Rocket's Watchtower. But yeah, ABC, go rewatch that video that I made about the pronunciations for all the Pokemon and then tell me if it's right or wrong. So they're going to get some thingy things. And I've put myself in not the best position in the world. Because I was a bit facetious here. So yeah, what I should have done, I should have grabbed a second Carvana, attached to the Carvana on the bench, Petcharunted the Carvana on the bench into the active, so it got a damage counter on it. So then I could activate Hungry Jaws and do 270 to the ends Reshiram. But, I mean, if I'm just hunting Zoroark all day, that should be fine. Oh, yeah, great, thank you. Thank you for the Mega Signal. Whatever would I do without you? All right, so let's go Mega Signal. We'll get a Kangaskhan out of the deck because we don't want it. And then I guess it's... I mean, the odds of me getting energy bosses right now are extremely low. So I'm just going to Ino. And the fact that they're playing Zoroark means they're probably going to have draw the entire game, so that I shouldn't really worry about that. All right, so Toxel, Monkey. And then I'd like a Carvana. I guess I do put the Carvana down, just so I have a backup. And I mean, if they get a Lopunny, I think I can knock out a Lopunny. Yeah, with Binding Mochi, Tox. Okay, so I'm just trying to think what I would do with the Cypher Maniac. I mean, assuming we get an energy here, then I don't have to worry about anything. Okay, we got an energy, so that takes pretty much everything out of the equation. I just have to get Toxtricity bosses off the Cypher Maniac, and then we can knock out a Mega Lopunny. Or, sorry, if they attack with the Mega Lopunny, I don't even have to worry. And the fact that they have a Darkness energy tied to that Reshiram is really not good for them. They would much prefer if that energy was in the discard pile, so they can get their PP up. You know, normally I have to take a pill for that. Oh, speaking of which, I started a brand new game today. I can't remember the name of it. It's the it's the sequel to the thing that won Game of the Year a couple years back. It's like a roguelite or a roguelite. Does anyone know the name? But yeah, it's just I think it won Game of the Year a little while ago. So they got the air balloon. They're gonna go for the Lopunny. Or are they about to? Hey, these nuts would look great in your mouth. Boom, got him. Oh man, I spent all night thinking about that one. You all just got piloted. You all just got piloted into the ground. Boom. Saito and Super Smash Kart. Oh, how do you feel right now? How do you feel? There's no recovering from that one. All right, so yeah, we go. This guy, we need. Okay, what did I say I needed? I need Tox. Okay, we'll do Toxtricity and Binding Mochi. That's what we need on the top. Binding Mochi, Toxtricity, and then we take the knockout. And then they'll take 3 prizes, and then something will happen. All right, so Toxtricity, Binding Mochi, and then we go Toxtricity to the pedo. You always got to make sure you're being nice to the pedos. Okay, that goes there. And then, God, I just love this combo. This combo is so smart, where you just freely retreat the Sharpedo into Kangaskhan, you draw your 2 cards, and then you repoison, you do 310 or 340 with Monkey Dory math. Like, look at that. It's just crazy what this deck can do thanks to someone figuring out, oh, hey, oh, what the hell? Where's Fez? This build does not play Fezandipity. The 3 Kangaskhan build does not have Fezandipity. The 2 Kangaskhan build does. Because the reason you play 3 Kangaskhan, you go first off, because you always want to start the Kangaskhan. So you play 3 Kangaskhan. Is this the best way to play the pedo? Well, that's what we're figuring out today. I have Gengar, I have Kangaskhan, I have... Well, I mean, I don't... That's about it. What do you mean, Gengar, please no? Oh, they have their own Monkey Dory. Well, they can't take the knockout, so that's fine. What do you mean? Gengar is the 10th most used card of the Phantasmal Flames universe. They just attached to their Monkey Dory, so they're not doing anything this turn. So, yeah, there's your top 10. And we are in a slight pickle here. Slight dilly of a pickle, but I can just, you know, retreat. I don't have to go too crazy. Does Dragapult go back to Unfair Stamina Crispin? I still think Neo Upper is going to be what it uses. I think it's still going to be Neo Upper. That just seems like the safest bet. And Tommy Mac, thank you for the sub. So I just knock out a Zoroark, and that's fine. Yeah, we just knock out a Zoroark. We heal the pedo. Remember, you gotta protect the pedos. That's what I've been saying. The pedos are very important. So we go... Yeah, I think just in case I can't find a binding mochi, I probably want to put the damage on the Baniri. And then we go boss's hors d'oeuvres on the Zoroark. Yeah, I guess I can retreat. I was like, I can't retreat. No, I can still retreat. I still want the dude to be poisoned. So then we go, yeah, Kangaskhan for 2. Now that I think about it, I probably should just knock out the Baniri. Now that I have a much clearer understanding of how the world works, probably should have just knocked out the Baniri. But that's fine. And also, if I'd known I was going to get that darkness energy, I should have also taken the knockout with the fresh Sharpedo. You know, you always want to make sure your pedos are fresh. You know, you want to make sure they're always ready to go. But Tommy Mac, thank you again for the sub. I appreciate it, but if you're ever gifting a single sub, try to gift it to someone who's in chat who doesn't have any balls. Because Con Christ, I don't think they're ever here. So when you do it randomly, it can just be anyone. I think anyone who's following. And how many followers do I have? We're almost at 7,500, baby. So, Tommy, I appreciate the money, but I do slightly care about my community. So, you know, if you could, easy. So, yes, I did slightly screw that one up. I should have knocked out the Baniri, because knocking out the Zoroark is very easy. I should have just gone for the Baniri, because then that evolves into Mega Lopunny, and that could have provided a little bit of trouble if I couldn't find my Mochi. So that was a bit of an issue. Toes Rookie, thank you for the sub. Yes, or you can just sub with regular money and do it yourself. We did 69. 16. Next game. No, they didn't even take a prize. What do you mean I nearly lost that one? They didn't even take a single prize. I just, you know, if this was an actual like tournament, my low-tick Melanie, if this was an actual tournament and I cared about winning, you know, I should have gone for the Baniri, because that's the only thing that could really screw me up, and it also makes an Ino slightly less good. Hey, Nick, as long as you're giving me money, I don't care. Never gonna let me down. Believe it or not, I am not wearing pants. The east coast of Canada is buried in a blizzard right now, but not the west coast. Believe it or not the west coast. And scenario, it's not about having fun, it's about winning. Ah, crap. Okay. So what do we do here? I guess I just retreat into the Pecharunt and... yeah. Or I guess I could have retreated into the Monkey, but I think the Pecharunt makes more sense. Tommy Mac, this is unfair stamp. The 2 Kangaskhan build has, I believe, Prime Catcher. But yeah, the west side of Canada, sunny and warm, you know, spring weather in January. East coast of Canada, polar bears. Polar bears everywhere. But, you know, this is what happens when you play... yeah, it keeps being prized. So I am currently doing nothing, which is great. You know, that's always what you want to see when you're playing this. Yeah, I'm playing with my pedos today. Didn't start a single of my 3 Kangaskhan. I can't play with any of my balls. The deck also plays Mega Signal. There's Arven, there's Research, there's Ino. There's so many things. And Kelsey, I know, right? Like, if you pay attention to the baseball season, there'll be games in Toronto in like late March, early April where there'll be snow outside. Luckily, they play in a dome, so they don't have to worry about that. Is it Great Tusk? Did they watch my VOD and they're playing Great Tusk? Lone Star, hilarious. It's where your balls are based. Where you baste your balls. Okay, that's just mean. That's just you're a mean head. You're a meanie. So I can't use Pecharunt's ability. They've used my own Pokemon against me. I have no idea what that is, BS Ender. What I do know is that this is not going in the YouTube video. Whatever we're facing is not going in the YouTube video. Yeah, there's Great Tusk. So I think we lose just because I didn't get any playable cards. Right? Like, if I had the PETA, we'd be fine. Well, yeah, I played this on stream the other day. Or last week, or the week before. The only difference is I played it with Flygon, and that was much, much worse. Difference is that I played it with Flygon, which was a terrible experience for everyone involved. Okay, 2 of those 4 cards would have helped immensely, by the way. That one's pretty good. Okay, so I have to go and I guess get Kangaskhan. So I have to Subjugating Chains. What do they got over there? They got a bunch of crap in their hands. All right, so then we have to go Boss's Hors d'oeuvres, that guy. We got to call for family. I have to go get, I guess, this. Oh, we prized. Wait, that doesn't make sense. We prized 2 Kangaskhan. But we still could have started one. You know, just because we prized the Kangaskhan doesn't mean we couldn't have started them before we prized them. So it's crazy that our first loss is going to be against a mill deck, and only because we just couldn't set up. So, you know, I don't mind nearly as much if we just couldn't set up. So yeah, VOD channel, that's what I'm looking at. So I'll co-stream if I can figure it out on Twitch and the VODs channel. And then as soon as the VODs channel gets to 1,000 subs, that's when I'll start making money. But we're not even at 700 yet. I'm disappointed in all of you for not doing that. Oh, right. I have the VODs channel on a separate one. There we go. Yeah, I'm at 683. So I wouldn't even be making money if I streamed right now. You have to sub to the VODs channel. All right, well, that doesn't really help at all. That's actually, no, I can go get Toxtricity, I guess. I don't know. All right, so what I want to do is run errand. Okay. And then we go Toxtricity. Yup, Toxtricity. You go there. Oh, yeah, then we no, that doesn't do it. Because I'm a card short. What the hell, PDCGL? You could have given me what I needed. So then, I mean, I guess I still just go for it. I guess I still just go get the pedo. And we, you know, hope they don't mill our thingy thing. Okay, so what I want to do is use the monkey and start pounding my balls. I think we start pounding the Fluttermane, right? Because if they hit my Iono, they did hit my stamp, which doesn't matter at all, which is good. We got okay, the Iono. Riley McKay's, oh, the World, yeah, I don't pay attention to that. The reason I don't pay attention to the World Championship decks is because they're not tournament legal. So the cards inside are not actually playable. So I don't, whenever I see a post about like the World Championship decks, I just completely disregard it, like a woman's feelings, because you can't even use it. It says on the cards, this cannot be used. So they're just wastes of money. They're just like, hey, if you want to beat off your friends for fun, go for it. Otherwise, what's the point? Okay, so I want a Cypher Maniac, Iono, and something on the top, right? Not the top right, but the top right? The top, comma, right? But is that the actual name? Is that what it says on Pokebeach? Oh, it literally is KSI's Gardevoir. Okay, why? Why is it called KSI's Gardevoir? And they hit the Iono. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they hit the Iono? That would make too much sense. Okay, we got a bosses, which is whatever. Yeah, that too. That's another thing. All right, so are there... The Iono was the only card in the deck that I actually... Oh, we got another one. Okay. I was like, the Iono was the only card in the deck I actually wanted. And then I guess I also want an energy switch. Okay, so as long as I'm not an idiot, we will be fine. And yeah, we prep this guy. Okay, and then yeah, 1, 2. Then we go. I guess I didn't need to use Kangaskhan since I was using Greedy Fangs, so that was kind of unnecessary. When we get in the Trust Your Pilot World Championship deck, never. But like I mentioned off the top, is yeah, we're just in a really weird I'm in a really weird situation where they're gonna use Giant Tusk. They can knock out my Kangaskhan, but that's probably not gonna help them. Is that I'm just in a weird position where I knew they were gonna hit me with the Zerosic. That's actually totally fine, because I don't actually need any of these. But I do think I need the energy switch more than the bosses right now. So yeah, it's like I'm worried about rotation, I'm worried about perfect order, I'm worried about Ascended Heroes. It's all super duper wacky. And there's Battle Cage. Great. Just what I wanted was a Battle Cage. But unless they do the thing, the Pecharunt, I can just do the thing with Pecharunt. Yeah, I mean, maybe they prized it, but where's my... I guess, yeah, I was thinking like Gravity Mountain. Why can't I click on my discard pile? There we go. That was weird. Okay, so they only got rid of one, so if I had Gravity Mountain, I would go get it right now. Okay, so then we go Pecharunt into Sharpedo. We don't heal because of the stupid Battle Cage. Because love is a Battle Cage. And then we go Hungry Jaws. Or actually, do I use Greedy? No, we just have to go Hungry Jaws. And I guess I should start building up the Toxtricity in case they hit me with the thingy thing. Okay, we got multiple Iono. We're fine. But yeah, I guess I should have prioritized the Gravity Mountain, because if they mill it, we're kind of screwed. But they do only have one Great Tusk on the field, so that's slightly good. Yeah, that's always the funny thing with Great Tusk is, in their quest to deck me out, they might just, deck out themselves. And they also have no Great Tusk on the field. So that's concerning for them, to say the least. And the fact that I have Pecharunt, so this isn't like a worst case scenario for them. Because they could have knocked out the Petrant. They could have knocked out a Kangaskhan. They were probably, honestly, they probably would have been better off trying to win on prizes than doing anything else. Because they hit Kangaskhan for weakness. They hit Petrant for weakness. And they can just pick off somebody else. So they probably should have just tried to Giant Tusk like 2 or 3 times and use Solrock to knock out a Toxel and just win that way. So my low-tick Melanie is going to learn something today that it probably just would have been... Wait, did they prize 2 Great Tusk? I think they prized 2 Great Tusk. And maybe also Neutralization Zone. Which is crazy work. You better have a Super Rod or a Palpad. Because you, yeah, you got to use Sawdust Vitality. So yeah, they played that in the correct order, because then they have to use Palpad now. So if I just play with my Rod, we should be fine. And they got the Jet Energy, that's fine. They're most likely going to hit Gravity Mountain. Yeah, it was pretty much a guarantee they were going to hit Gravity Mountain in that situation. I'm not, you know, too worried about it. So then we go... Yeah, just Hungry Jaws again, I guess. No, I will be revisiting, I'll be revisiting all the future decks, all the ancient decks, even though like Great Tusk is an H block card. Remember, Sawdust Vitality is a G block card. So it's just really stupid that they didn't print all the ancient and future cards during the same calendar year. So like Sawdust is rotating, but Great Tusk and Raging Bolt and a lot of other ancient Pokemon that would use Sawdust are not. So it's just very strange. Okay, so that's how they're not going to deck out. Is they're just going to use the Abra every single turn. There we go. Okay, so I will Ino them. Barbaracle will save Tusk. I think I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, the Abra loop is smart, but that's one of the things I think I had to take out to make room for other things. Okay, so we have to go to energy on you, and then energy switch from Monkey Dory to you, and then Ino. We definitely are getting an energy off of this. Actually, yeah, I should have used the monkey. I did that completely wrong. I should have used the Monkey Dory first, because then whatever. We'll be fine. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you won't have ancient supporters. You'll have Explorer's Guidance, and that's it. So, I mean, this INO doesn't really mean anything. So I think they're going to win. Oh, wait, what? Are they just going to bring up the Peturunt? Are they just going to go Counter Catcher, bring up the Peturunt? Oh, they take a knockout. Yeah, see, I was an idiot. I didn't heal the Toxtricity because I just wanted to get this game over with. This game's been going on for a long time. I kind of just wanted to get it over with. But that was my bad. I should have been smart. I should have been a smarty pants. Congratulations, you win this one. Yeah, only the women are allowed to jump around and fart. That's all women are allowed to do in this game is jump and fart. No, did Milotic Melanie? Oh, it's Tommy. Okay. You give me money, you can be my friend. For the Win's online. What do you think For the Win's testing? Okay, do you think we'll actually get a Kangaskhan start and an energy? Probably not, right? We are. With a an ample sample, where are your balls? Your balls are gone too. Wow. We got the complete opposite of what we needed. I was hoping for a semi-playable start, and we got none of that. So either they're playing Golden Go or Hopzation. Both of them are equally bad for the start we currently have. Vishwam, that's yeah, I saw that. I'm if I cared about the format as it currently is, I would, look into that stuff, but I'm taking a 2-week break essentially. So let's go. We definitely want the Carvana. So in this situation, we just go Carvana, and I mean, I don't necessarily need the Pecharunt. Yeah, I mean, we have the Cypher Maniac, so I can Cypher Maniac for all the things. And Vishwa, oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, no, BS Ender Vishwa, I'm not going to be testing anything else. Because, yeah, I might play low punny with a few things in a little bit, but right now I'm just focusing on the 10 videos I have to post in 12 days, which is going to be a crazy breakneck speed. So they're playing Mega Lucario. I guess I get Pecharunt, and I mean we have the knockout. If I get Pecharunt and Binding Mochi, then I can draw 2 cards, which I think is fine. Okay, then we go Retreat, draw 2. I'm glad I didn't screw this up and do this in the wrong order. All right, then we go Sharknado, Binding Mochi, Toxtricity. We have the energy in hand. Yeah, the only bad thing is that they might just be able to take a knockout next turn, which would be really, really bad for us. Unless I'm a real smarty pants and I do this in the correct order, which I did. I always forget how intelligent I am. You know, it's a curse to be this smart. You know, I thought I was going to screw that up. I'll explain what I almost screwed up in a second. But I played that perfectly. I played that absolutely perfectly. You don't understand how good that turn was for me. Timmy Turner would be upset with how good that was. And also, they're leaving the BDC jails a really well-made game. There we go. So I was thinking, oh, I have to attach for Hungry Jaws to knock out the Cramorant, but no. I have the Monkey Dory. So where they were able to win... Never mind. Never mind. They just have everything. Forgive me for being an idiot. They just had the Maximum Belt Premium Power Pro. Wait, are they going to whiff an it? Nope, they just got the energy too. Okay, I was trying to play it smart. Clearly that was a dumb thing to do. Okay, so now Trust Your Pilot has to be has to do things in a really weird way. Okay, so the Pedo is getting knocked out. I don't have Unfair Stamp. Okay, so Pedo gets knocked out. I don't have a Revenge KO. I have to take the knockout with Pecharunt. But I can't Pecharunt into Pecharunt. And there's no switch cards. But I guess I just put Pecharunt in the active, right? But then isn't it like the same difference? Huh. No, I guess we do go up with the monkey. I guess the monkey makes sense. I don't know. Okay, there's a Carvana, so we can forego No, but they got a hairy mama. That's another bad thing is they got the hairy mama. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I think just them getting all that. Oh, we got the unfair stamp. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Everything is awesome. So then we go Adrenabrain. 1, 2. And yeah, I'm going to have to retreat, unfortunately. But then we stamp them to 2. They have to use Aura Jab, which is totally fine. Ooh, actually, I can kind of shake and bake here, can't I? So if I'm doing 180, nah, I think I just have to go for an irritated outburst. I don't think I can do anything else. Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to get research and energy. But the way this works is that I can knock out a Mega Lucario with a Sharpedo, an undamaged Sharpedo at that. The issue is that I just might not have the energy to make it happen. So, like, I have to get... Wow, they got the energy. Let me guess, they found a supporter too? Because all they are is a hairy mama away from winning the game. Which would be very, very bad for us. And there we go, they win the game. They hairy mama for game. Remember, I stamped them to 2. Remember, I stamped them to 2. Used an unfair stamp, put them down to 2. Oh yeah, this game is great. This game is, oh, and now they're rubbing it in. Okay, so we'll switch to the 2 Kangaskhan build. Needed goggles. Yeah, we needed to wear those protective goggles. Wait, you're Tommy Mac 333, then, but Tommy Mac 999 gifted the sub. What is happening? Did you forget to log out of your alt, Tommy Mac? And then we face a grass deck. This is crazy. We go from a fighting deck to a grass deck. What, someone named Tommy Mac 999 gifted a sub 28 minutes ago, and then someone named Tommy Mac 333 shows up in chat. It's not that crazy. Oh, yeah, if you've been here long enough, you know it's not that crazy. Oh, okay, I thought the question mark was like, we're different people. Okay, so we kind of just gotta go for it here, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how we win this one. I'm very concerned right now. Maybe if I just attacked with Kangaskhan, that's how we can win? Hello there. Okay, so we can actually maybe win now. Because I have the Pecharunt. We put a damage counter on the Carvana. Well, actually, we put 2 damage counters on the Carvana. And then we can retreat. So we can potentially knock out this Ogerpon next turn. We're going to end up giving up 3 prizes to take 2 prizes. And I did get rid of my judge, but I was thinking, you know, we weren't going to get it like that. You didn't know you had 2 different accounts? One's for the hot tub streams, the other one's for pilot streams. All right, so I'm pretty sure we lose. You know, Gengar wouldn't lose this matchup. Gengar would win this matchup. Well, now I'm glad I didn't, okay. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm glad I didn't keep the judge, because apparently the judge would help them out. And their discard pile is freaking... So they clearly don't know what Pecharunt EX does. And Nick, as it should be. And their discard pile, can you please stop breaking PDCGL? That'd be great. And we just got everything, by the way. For those of you paying attention at home, we literally just got everything. So the question becoming in my pants is, no, we be very smart here. We be very smart. We do not take the knockout. Trust your pilot is a smart person, and he doesn't make dumb mistakes. This is expert level gameplay right here. You're probably wondering, but Pilot, why didn't you take the knockout? Because if I take the knockout, they're going to fez me. So instead, next turn, I'll take the knockout with Monkey Dory. Oh my god! Are you freaking kidding me? I would have just retreated. So... Oh my god. Oh yeah, and they just get the forest. Yep. Just get the forest of vitality. Yep. Oh, let me guess, you got the Meganium too? Okay, at least they didn't get that, and then we have no judge. You know, we actually don't have a judge now. Okay. We're still, I mean, I think the strategy is still the same, but what the hell? Let's go Night Stretcher for energy. So do I just knock out the Meganium? I think I just knock out the Meganium. Yeah, like, do I knock out the... If I knock out the Meganium, that makes their life tougher. If I knock out, like... There's so many things I could knock out that are both really good and really bad. But believe it or not... Tommy Mac, well, since you gave me money, I will listen to you. So if this goes sideways, it's all your fault. Okay, so I think what I do here is we take the knockout first. Yeah, we take the knockout first, and then we see what they do. Because obviously they're not going to give me the Meganium. Yeah, we're going to see who they promote since I'm not using lilies. So if I was using lilies, obviously I would lily first, then take the knockout so I get the 2 extra cards. I mean, they did give me the Venusaur. The issue... oh, right, I can't retreat. So I can't do that. Yeah, I think I still go for the Bayleaf. I think that's still the correct plan here. All right, then we play with our balls. And then we go get Carvana. We Carvana there. We put the Binding... Actually, we probably save the Binding Mochi. And then... In this situation, I think we take the energy off of the Pecharunt. Oh, no, because it's poison. Oh, because, yeah. Oh, crap. I already committed to doing it. All right, so let's put it on the Kangaskhan. Yeah, let's put it on the Kangaskhan. And then we go that there. And then we just draw 2 cards. There we go. Yeah, you always feed your pedos mochi. Pedos love mochi. And Tommy Mac, exactly. But they can still take the knockout just by having 2 energy in their hand. But I guess my rebuttal here is... I guess my rebuttal here is I can just, I go with Pecharunt. So step 1 is I Pecharunt, take the knockout with the Pecharunt. Because I'd be doing 180 plus 30 with Monkey Dory. That's a knockout with Pecharunt on the Ogerpon. So, but like you did see that Lily's play, right? We all saw that Lily's play. You can't game plan around PDCGL. Like, this is what I always say to people who are new to the channel. Like, why did you do that? That move was stupid. That, you know, you always see comments all the time. Like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Because my opponent had a 0-card hand and they top decked a Lily's Determination. Okay? They had a 0. Wait, why aren't they attaching to the active and taking the knockout? Oh, wait, I don't think they have a knockout, right? Because they're doing... They have a Meganium. Oh my god, they're going to get the stupid Meganium. Vertrams, I'm doing terribly. Unless they don't get the Meganium. But I think they were short, right? Because it'd be... No, they had it. If they just attach the third energy, which they've had in their hand... Like, because remember, they powered up these Ogerpon. This Ogerpon had 1 energy to start the turn. They used its ability, and then they wasted 2 more energy. Okay, they have it now. They have it now. So... did you have to do something for extra credit? But this is so awkward, too. Because I have to put a Pedo into play, and they're just the bosses away from winning the game. I think I have to do it. I think I have to do it this way, even though I don't want to. And there's the energy switch. That's great. Okay, so who would I rather take the knockout with? I think I'd rather take the knockout with the Petulant, right? So we go Petulant. Boom. You say Kang, but Kang gives up 3 prizes, and if I put 3 energy on the Kang and they build up a giant Teal Mask Ogerpon, we just lose. So my thinking of going with the Petulant is that if I go with the Kang, we just lose the game. All right, and then we will energy switch from the Kangaskhan to the Petulant. So remember, they've had it every single turn. This is our one chance for them to not have everything they need every single turn. Okay, that's good. And then we put Fez down. So as long as they don't have the stupid bosses, we will be totally fine. All right, and then draw 2 with Run Errand. Okay, those are all actually kind of good cards. All right, and then we go Retreat into the Petulant, do 180, take the knockout. And BS Ender, well, yeah, I mean, between a 4-card hand and a Fez, they definitely have it. All right, so we most likely win the game next turn. So as long as they don't have a Gust card and energy, we will win. Because currently they don't have enough energy to win. And they also need a Gust card. Unless they have a Genesect and can put like 50 energy on it. Let me guess, you have a Lilies? Oh, wait, they didn't get it. Their last card wasn't just a Lilies? But yeah, so if I would have put 3 energy on this guy, they could have Teal Mask Ogerpon and won. Please, for 1 turn, do not have it like that. That's all I ask of you. Just for 1 turn. Also, I can't knock out a Mega Venusaur. That's another concern here, is I can't knock out a Mega Venusaur. Oh my god! Okay, so I would have won this game if PTCGL didn't give them everything they needed. So even though I have a weakness, a massive weakness disadvantage, we still would have won this game. And ABC, this is a 2 Kangaskhan list. There's Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher is in the deck. Please tell me you don't have a counter catcher. Please tell me you don't have a counter. Please. Okay, the fact that they're doing this tells me they don't. How much do you want to bet the Prime Catcher is prized? I haven't been looking, but I'm pretty sure the Prime Catcher is going to be prized, because that would just be the cherry on top of this crap sandwich. So press 1 if you think Prime Catcher is prized. Press 2 if I'm about to win the game. Okay, that's cool. Yes! Okay. Um, so I'm just gonna go for it. We're just gonna put the Kangaskhan in the active. I can actually check the deck with Toxtricity. The Pedo. We win with the Pedo with the Toxtricity. That's the Toxtricity Pedo combo is great. And I forgot to check the deck. All right, yeah, we're gonna Fez too, just in case we get a card to search the deck. Okay, do you think it's in the deck? Also, no, we have to cipher because I can also bosses. No, we can do all the things. We can do all the things. We have game. We are fine because I can get Petulant with this too. And then we have the Prime Catcher. We also had the bosses. So yeah, we had Prime Catcher and bosses and Petulant. So I left myself with multiple ways to win. Let's sauce them up. Let's sauce them up here. Get the Prime Catcher and the Binding Mochi. Let's just really sauce them up and make them hate life. Because they don't know that I just got it like that. You just lost a game where you had a weakness advantage and you lose bigly. And you know what? I don't like your Wellspring Masked Ogerpon. Yeah, I said it. I don't like your Wellspring Masked Ogerpon. I hate its face. So we're gonna pound its face in with a pedo. Okay, there we go. Okay, I did BM a little bit. They didn't deserve that, but I just wanted to do it because they had a 0-card hand and they top decked a Lilies. They were able to manufacture the Teal Masked Ogerpon. The only time they stumbled was if they just had a counter catcher, they would have won. But that's how bad Mega Venusaur is. If you ever are like, oh, Pilot's being too harsh on Venusaur, just rewatch this game. Venusaur is bad. Venusaur can't even beat off a Sharpedo deck. Venusaur cannot beat off a Pedo. Well, I think that was just a misclick. They're probably like on mobile or something, so that was probably just a misclick. And no, don't say anything like, oh, what about a Mr. Click? Oh, bad mouthing a deck that just lost a game where everything went right for them and everything went wrong for me, and I used skill overcomes weakness at any time. And if you're wondering, the next PDCGL update will be on January 27th because that's 2 days before the new set. So unless they are changing things for 2026, we won't find out the patch notes for the first update of the new year until a week today. And then we'll find out, then we'll get the patch a week Tuesday. Do I have a bunny version? No, I was saving the bunny version for what if I do a low punny stream. More like take a dump on a pedo. You want me to take a dump on a pedo? I enjoy taking dumps on pedos. But the only ones who like me dumping more on pedos are the pedos themselves. All right, so we go Carvana, we go this guy, we go Mochi. And that's a pretty good turn one. Ow. And Lorenzo, it'll be in the description. This is, if we get one more game, I'm making a YouTube video. Otherwise, it'll be in the description of the VOD. But I think we're going to find one more game to go on the YouTube video. And never to let me down. Oh, they'll know. They'll know it's a Trust Your Pilot stream. Vishwam, I mean, I think it'll be fine. Because remember, like, there's only 50, 60, 70 new cards in Ascended Heroes. I'll have to, do my full thing. Speak of the devil. I'll have to do the thing. Okay, so I think I honestly just knocked out the Pidgey. Because, you might be like, oh my god, there's 217 cards in Ascended Heroes. Yeah, but okay. This is Lopunny Kangaskhan Buffalant Pidgeot? But yeah, so what was I saying? And Nick, I'll see you in the comments of my YouTube videos where you'll comment a million times. And Incineroar, because I'm trying to build up the VODs channel. But what the hell is going on? Okay, so I guess they just really want to make sure their Baneri survives. So there's a couple things I can do here. I think realistically, what I do is just go get a pedo and say they're not going to have low punny energy dust noir. So I just go pedo peturunt and draw a couple cards. And we just knock out the Pidgey. I think that's the safest bet. You know, it seems fine. We'll Peturunt. The question is, if they take the knockout, do I want to have the energy somewhere? I guess technically I wouldn't mind having the energy on the Peturunt, because the Peturunt can do 180. As you've seen, the Peturunt does 180 damage, which is surprisingly useful. You know, basically that won me the game. That won me the game against Venusaur, was Peturunt being able to do 180. So we're going to judge them next turn. We got the totally normal Bouffalant Lopunny Fanrotom deck. As we all know, a fan favorite. But yeah, Incineroaring, I'm switching things a little bit where I only want good videos to be on the YouTube channel. You know, on Twitch and the VODs channel, I don't care about any of you. I just care about your money. So here, the only way oh my, what did I just say? They haven't even played a supporter. They just had it. They just had it like that. There's no way they have energy Lopunny Dust Noir. They literally had the Lopunny, they had the hardest things in their hand. What the crap? Okay, this is fine. We have Poffin, we have Judge. Well, they got the Fez too. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hopefully they only play like 4 energy and there's only a jet. Oh my god. I'm not stressing my brain 2 games in a row. Okay, this is not fair. I refuse to stress my brain 2 games in a row. A pilot does not deserve this cruel and unusual punishment. Okay, so I think we just have to go up with the Peturunt, judge them. We're not taking a knockout, which is fine. But holy crap. Okay. Thank you for the energy switch. I desperately needed that. Whatever would I do without the energy switch? All right, so I need a Fez. We don't need the energy switch. That would have been useful at any other time. But I think double Toxel might help us win. I should have left a spot open. That was my bad. I should have definitely left a spot open for a monkey, but I think it's, we're just in Fez territory. Because it's like, what are the odds that things go our way? Okay, they were able to get a jet energy. Can I get a darkness energy? I have more darkness energy than... Okay, thank you. I was going to rant for a really long time if we didn't get it. But we have a good hand. We're not taking a knockout. They currently don't have a knockout. I guess we go Pedo Energy just in case they Iono me. All right, so I can potentially just 2-shot the Lopunny with Peturunt. Because they currently don't have a knockout on my Mega Kangaskhan. They don't have access to Counter Catcher. And if you're wondering, why doesn't Bouffalant stop the damage on Peturunt and make it 60 less? Because it's only basic colorless. So I think the reason they have Bouffalant in the deck is either A, they didn't read it, or B, they just really want to make sure they survive early. Because Solrock is affected by Curly Wall, right? Because Solrock is just not weakness or resistance. Okay, so they have locked themselves up. So if they don't have a Hilda or a Jet Energy in their hand... Oh my god! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. This is great. I should have saved that Super Rod, but everything is fine. So I have to No, actually, I was gonna say I have to evolve my Toxel. I don't have to evolve my Toxel. We can still win this one. We can still absolutely win this game. I do have to go up with the Kangaskhan. And I'm assuming the Peturunt is in the second Peturunt is in the deck. If it's not, we're super screwed. Okay, there's a Toxtricity. I can actually Brock Scouting for the other Toxtricity. Okay, we have to knock out the Lopunny. That's non-negotiable. I'm just wondering how exactly do I do this? Okay, so we check the deck. Candy Dust Noir is fine as long as I take the knockout. We have the Peturunt. Okay, so I think we win now. Unless they have a Blood Moon or Saluna, I think we win. Right? So we go Peturunt. I need an energy, but oh, this is so awkward because like I can Brock Scouting, but they could just easily get like Boss's Blood Moon and win. So I would prefer to judge them. So I guess we go Run Errand. Okay, there's that. Okay, so we have the energy, right? Yeah, we have the energy. Yeah, it just makes the most sense to judge them. Like I know they still have access to Fez, but giving them 2 less cards is the correct play. Yeah, they probably do have the Ursaluna, but they would still need a Gust card, and it would have to be bosses. Huh. Huh. No, I can't knock out the Fez. But do I knock out the Duskull? Hang on, I can't knock out the Fez because then they can just win. Well, actually, no, they can't. Yes, they can. Yeah, I have to knock out the Lopunny. No, I can't because they would just... Remember last time when we didn't think they were going to get it like that and then they got it like that? Remember when that happened? We actually don't need any of the... We don't need to play with our balls. We don't need Night Stretcher, so I can just do whatever. We can get the monkey out of the deck. So... And then we go Hungry Jaws and take the knockout. Yeah, so I was trying to outthink myself, but if I knock out the Fez, then they can just win. Oh my god. Then they can just win by using a Dust Noir and like a Fan Rotom. They can do too many things. I had to go for the Lopunny. I had to force them into a situation where they can't Dust Noir. Okay, there's Jamming Tower. So I think that was the correct play. I was trying to think, like, what was the line? I had Prime Catcher. I could have knocked out the Fez to shut off their draw. But they don't have a backup attacker. They have to get bosses, Jet Energy, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, or, yeah, because they've used Jamming Tower, so they can't use Air Balloon. So they have to get Ursaluna and Jet Energy. Unless Prime Catcher is their ace spec. There's Dust Noir. See? They got it. See? If I hadn't knocked out the Lopunny, they would have won. So they're going out in style. So I'll give them a thumbs up for going out in style. It's always cool to do that. Or not, or they're not being cool. Yeah, so they're going out in style. So good. Thank you. They're going out in style. So they didn't get the bear. So yeah, they would have needed Ursaluna, Jet Energy, bosses to win. Because Ursaluna would have won the game. So I had to knock out the Lopunny in that situation to prevent them from being able to Dust Noir and then Lopunny my Sharpedo for game or Dust Noir, you know, somebody and knock out anybody. So I won that game. Again, right after the Venus, you didn't see this because, you know, YouTube, I cut between games and it could be like 2 hours difference. This is literally right after the Venusaur game where they got everything and I won because I'm so smart. And then Boobster got everything and I still won because I'm so smart. God, I didn't want to use my brain 2 games in a row. That's not fair. It's not fair. to make me think 2 games in a row. And yeah, good thing I had the double Toxtricity. So I think, wait, are we 5-2? Yeah, I think we're 5-2 and 1488. So if we win this game, yeah, we'll play, we'll switch it to the Gengar. I'm tired of winning. We'll switch it to the Gengar build. I'm tired of winning. We have a YouTube video. We'll switch it to Gengar. We're facing off against Eau de Toilette. And we're not playing Kangaskhan anymore. So that, there goes that. And this is the Gengar build. So get ready for the losing streak. Somebody just said, hey, losing streak. Here comes the losing streak. Am I going first or second? They decided to go second, so that means I'm going first. So that means we want the monkey in the active. Well, that's not good. That's, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, we've been over this multiple times. It's not, it doesn't matter if Iron Hands takes a KO. It's if it can take multiple KOs that's the issue. Okay, so then we go there. And then we have to hope that we get Ionode. Otherwise, well, actually, I'd just knock out the Iron Hands. Right? I just Ultra Ball away bosses in my top deck. Go Tox Trick. Okay, that's fine. You know, it would have been a lot to do what I needed to do. And they just put an air balloon on there, dude. Oh, this is great. Wait, why'd I put the energy on the Ghastly? Oh, God. Why'd I put the energy on the Ghastly? What was, why did I thought I put them down in the reverse order. Yeah, why did I put it on the Ghastly? Yeah, that was because I've just finished playing Toxel Carvana, so I just assumed, oh, the other dark basic 70 hit point Pokemon is a Carvana. I forgot that I switched to the Gengar build. And I mean, probably, right? I don't necessarily need it, right? I can totally just go for the Pedo. Because they're, you know, they're wasting a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we can get the energy. I don't know if there's an energy switch. I'll be honest with you on that one. I don't know if there's an energy switch in this list. What I do know is that they're about to have a really bad turn 1 because they attached to the Iron Hands when they probably would have preferred to attach to the Squawkabilly. So, yeah, I think we can win this one. You know, their heavy hitter is Manectric, but Manectric does one-shot me, which is really bad. So yeah, maybe we're kind of screwed, but we got the Pedo. It's good. If we can get the Gengar, that's doubly good. All right, so we put the Fez down just because I imagine we're about to get super screwed by this game. We got everything. We got literally everything. That's crazy. Okay, so we do it. We got to do it. All right, so I think I'd rather have the air balloon on the monkey. And, well, I mean, we didn't get everything. We didn't get, like, the Ghastly or anything. All right, so retreat. Yeah, actually, now that I think about this wasn't that amazing. Okay, so let's go. We have Seviper, Pecharunt. We have 2 Rare Candy. We have Maximum Bell. Actually, I think I put the Carvana down. I think that was a bit of a mistake that I just did. I think I made a bit of an oopsie in my pants. But if they can't knock out the Sharpedo this turn, we probably win the game. What the crap? So we probably win the game if they can't go 3 energy on their Manectric. And unless they have a bunch of generators, which is rotating, which is really sad, then we probably win this game. Like, they need a lot to go right. Well, actually, they don't. They just need, what, 1 energy off the generator, 1 attach, 1 electric? Very weird to promote the Tynamo, though, right? Because you need the air balloon to retreat the Tynamo. So that was weird. Okay, so they better hope they didn't prize their other air balloon. Okay, good. And they got the Jenny. They still need an electric. And Geezer Bum, welcome in. I noticed you don't have any balls. But I was saying if they want to evolve into the electric, right? Because the only way this combo works is if they get manual attachment, at least one energy from the generator, and then one from electric. And they're currently lacking the electric, but they can't retreat the electric unless they have the air balloon, which they did get. But remember, electric can only attach to the bench, so they should have promoted literally anyone except the Dynamo. I'm the Sharpedo player. Oh, they had Prime Catcher too. Oh, what the heck? No, don't do that. That's the worst thing you could do. Okay, I mean, I have Prime Catcher. They don't know that I have Prime Catcher. They're probably thinking, oh no, I have Maximum Belt. Crap. Huh. So yeah, I should have saved the spot for the Pecharunt. I wasn't expecting a turn of nothing. But actually, that could work out in our por favor here. Yeah, let's, ooh, this will be hilarious. If I had double Monkey Dory, we could knock out the Dynamo. But I don't. All right, so let's go. I think this is just an Arvin for Maximum Belt, Ultra Ball. Okay, and then let's just go get the Gengar. Have the Gengar. You don't need Turo when you have the dude. Okay, so if I attach here. Oh yeah. Okay, I meant to do the thing. Whatever. Okay, then we go accelerate to the Carvana. So my balls are in their court right now. Okay, so I can do 310. I have a Monkey Dory. I have a Toxtricity. I think if they... I'm just going to put the Battle Cage down and end turn. Okay, I'm just going to put the Battle Cage down and end turn. ABC, you mean for tool cards? We had that. It was called Shopping Center, I think. It was called Shopping Center, and it let you take a tool from a Pokemon, put it back into your hand. So yeah, you don't need Turo because you have Pecharunt. So that's just your switch card. I bench locked myself because I thought they were going to take a knockout, right? With the way the stream has been going so far, I had no reason to believe they weren't just going to get it like that. So I put the Carvana so I'd have a backup Pedo. And then, of course, they just decided to buy themselves a turn, which is actually really good for us because, I mean, that gave me a chance to get my Gengar almost set up. They are only going to be taking 2 prizes. They should probably go for the Haunter right now, but then that's just 1 prize, and they needed Counter Catcher, but they wasted their Prime Catcher, so they're just in really rough territory. And, you know, I think they're playing it a little too packed. Right, they got Latios, they got Squawkabilly, they got Fez, they got Miraidon, they started Iron Hands, they got Psyduck, they got Zekrom. I think you got to cut one of those. I think you got to cut the Squawkabilly. Right, at a certain point, you just have to realize a slow start isn't the worst thing in the world. As long as they don't have a counter cat. Oh, that's not good. All right, so they lose the game. I have Maximum Belt. I'm a freaking genius. We have Gengar. This is a absolute domination. You know, I should see if Mistress Paddlebottom has an opening because I could be the new dominatrix, which is what I'm doing to them. All right, so let's go. I guess Toxel Energy, and we don't need the Toxtricity. But like, we're fully set up. If they knock out anybody, they're taking 2 or 1 prize, which is not the best for them. All right, so let's Fez. Because I would pop in for a Toxel. Okay, so then we get the Toxel. I'm assuming there's a Toxel. Oh, no, nope, don't be bad, Pilot. We don't need the Toxel. Toxel is useless. Don't be that guy. Oh. Oh, right, because I don't play Mochi. Oh, that's fine. This is actually a great strategy by me. You're probably thinking I just made a huge oopsie in my pants. Okay, no, I did. But if you actually asked a pro level player, they probably would have said that's actually the right move because the way that they would have screwed me over is with Zekrom EX. And if I knock out the main Netric, that makes the Zekrom one-shot the Sharpedo, and then maybe I can't, I don't know. I'm trying to justify that. We still won. We still won. That would have been a YouTube game, but they conceded. And are we at 1,500? We're exactly at 1,500. All right, so let's, yeah, we're at 150. Ewok Jumanji. And Gazer Beam, it's there for the world to see. No backsies. Okay, so we got this. You know, I have a YouTube video. I'm excited about it. I was thinking the title of the video should be "This Mega Sharpedo deck is dominating in Japan." No, but you got it's YouTube. No one cares about YouTube. YouTube, it's all about clickbait and stuff. You'd know that, Gazer Beam, if you uploaded YouTube videos more often. Wait, you do have a YouTube channel, right? Oh God. Oh no. I'm gonna see if Gazer Beam has a YouTube channel and when the last upload was. So remember how someone said For the Win might have been testing that Stelladirge deck? For the Win already uploaded it. I don't see any Gazer Beam channel. Yeah, so we want Poffin for Ghastly Carvana. Wow, that's wow, we prized our Fez. That's the one card we actually kind of needed right now is the Fez, and we prized it. And in this situation, I mean, we kind of need the Petrump, but I think we need our thingy things a little bit more. So I think we get rid of Haunter, Countercatcher. I don't get the Pedo. And then we call for family for what? Toxel Carvana? Toxel Carvana. But then it's like, what if they don't knock out the Toxtricity, right? We're just in this sort of weird situation where it's like, yeah, if they don't do the thing. But I'm in a situation where I essentially have to go Pecharunt, Sharpedo, attack. So we're in an okay position. Prizing the Fez is terrible. You made a video 3 years ago? Hey, didn't somebody upload a video 12 years ago and it's made like $1 million and it's their one video and it's just like a fireplace or something? Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, I guess I should talk about it, right? Not that. The other thing that I haven't talked about, which is my balls, which is Pokepad is officially confirmed. So not only is Pokepad confirmed, but so is Psyduck, and then Cinderace EX. If you, I knew it. I knew they were going to INO me. The butt face. And then we would have a Gengar if we weren't item locked. My God. So yeah, Pokepad is officially in Ascended Heroes, and so is that non-holo Psyduck, which I talked about a while ago. Is like, hey, if we get the non-holo Psyduck. Okay, so Toxtricity there. Air Balloon and Ultra Ball. So yeah, it's now going from a $15 card to a 15-cent card. You're welcome. And there's En's Vanillux, by the way. So I'm pretty sure we lose this game. Because I can't put any damage on anybody. I can't use my items. Actually, oh, this is stupid. Hey, who wants to see Trust Your Pilot do something stupid? Everybody be quiet. Pilot's about to do something very stupid. Everybody, quiet. Pilot's about to do something very stupid. Obviously, they'll get Dragapult, Energy, Countercatcher, and Knockout Double Carvana. But I need my items. You know, I had literally a perfect 3-card hand, and then they got rid of it. Hyphen, you just use somebody else's credit card. And see, I told you. Now all they need is the Countercatcher. And Vishwam, nah, I'm not that intelligent. I'm not that greedy. You know, I don't even think if I reached out to someone, I don't even think they'd be willing to do it. It's like, hey, I want you to make a shirt that says, "Can you suck my butt?" Would you kindly suck my butt? And then it'll have like the Big Daddy from BioShock, even though it's not the person who says the "would you kindly" thing. Okay, so we're losing Toxel and the thingy thing. You just knock out Carvana Toxel. You just knock out Carvana Toxel. You just go for the Carvana and the Toxel. You take the Toxel, you take the Carvana, and you knock them out. That would actually be unironically pretty cool. Okay, so if I go up with the Carvana, I mean, I'm not knocking them out anyway, right? So I should just go up with the Carvana, do the thing, and try to win that way. So we go Maximum Belt, Earthen Vessel, 1, 2. And I'm just going to believe in the heart of the cards here. You know, we're going to get a Sharpedo. We have 3 in the deck. If I don't get this, you know that PTCGL is rigged. Okay? Actually, I should have just attacked with the Gengar. That would have made a lot more sense. But, you know, at a certain point, you just have to realize that PTCGL is rigged. Unless I get the Pedo here. If I can't play with a Pedo, PTCGL hates Pedos. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, so that goes there. We have the Toxtricity for next turn. So we have a lot of things going on next turn. It's just this turn, not so much. And they also have no card draw. Yeah, I just wanted a Pedo. I didn't want 5 Pokemon. I just needed 1. I mean, I'll take it, but other playable cards would have been nice. Okay, you should not be putting Crushing Hammer in your Charizard Dragapult deck. I mean, I guess they took out Pidgeot to put in Crushing Hammer, which seems like a questionable decision at best. And Hyphen, no. Because there's nothing special, right? There's nothing special about Terras. There's nothing special about EXs. Okay, so I can knock out a Charizard with my Pedo, but I think we don't do that, right? I think I just judge. Well, only like 5 Terras are rotating. The other Terras are surviving. But again, there's nothing special about Terras. That's the problem, is what's special about Terras? And the answer is nothing. They have a bench barrier. That's it. So like if there was, you know, if we had a Terra marker over here, if we had a Terra marker in the corner, or, you know, a Terra Power or a Terra Strong or something, then sure, but we don't. So it's like I'm doing what I can. Prime Catcher Toxtricity. Oh, they're going for the Gengar. Okay. That's actually fine. Because I have the Peturunt. We're gonna... I guess we put Peturunt and Munkidori down. Okay. We might actually be able to win this one. Okay, so Peturunt, Munkidori down. And then... yeah, then we have to damage the Sharpedo if we want to take the knockout. Okay, and then we go Lily's Determination. There's a watch that. If only they were playing the stupid Pidgeot. Why couldn't you be playing the Pidgeot? That would make me so happy. All right, then we start putting damage on the Charizard. Then we subjugate those chains, put you in the active, and then yeah, it would have made a lot more sense. You know, that play with the maximum belt made a lot more sense before they did what they did. And Vishwam, I might, I might be like, I'll revisit them. Those might be stream only. Because there's nothing really spicy. Like, I'll probably revisit Gardevoir for Spectrier. Golden Go doesn't get anything. I'll probably revisit Zard for Mega Charizard Y. Miraidon gets, like, Stunfisk. So, yeah, I mean, there's cards that'll do it, but it'll be more in the context of Ascended Heroes, as opposed to these are rotating. And Gazer Beam. Evolves over Retreat, that's slightly intelligent. We don't do those kinds of things here. If they have Gust and Charizard, they knock out my Gengar with their Chi-Yu. Never mind. They suck a butt. They can suck my butt all the way through. I'm not as excited about Canary there. I'm excited about Canary in other decks, though. Okay, so I think in this situation, we go... we play with our Rod. You always gotta play with your Rod first. And then we go 1, 2, Carvana. And, I mean, do I go after the Dreepy, or do we just knock out the Zard? I think just knocking out the Zard puts them on the back foot. And it's like, they're like, now what do I do? So I think 1, 2... oh, yeah, 3. Arvin for, I guess, Ultra Ball. So there is a way that they win this game. It's just highly unlikely. They can win if they get Gust, Dragapult. So Rare Candy, Dragapult, Counter Catcher wins them the game. Which is very scary. Hyphen, you'll see it in the video. It's just, it snipes 12 damage counters wherever you want. But, yeah, Miraidon gets Canary, but I'm more excited about Canary with Iono's Belly Bolt, so that's where I'd play it. If they have Rare Candy in hand and Counter Catcher, we lose. But, the reason you go for the Dreepy is because they can't, take multiple prizes with Charizard. But, I was thinking, there's no way they can do it. There's no way they have the Counter Catcher in hand. I played this game perfectly. There's no way they have the Counter Catcher. It's literally impossible for them to win this game. What are they going to do? Counter Catcher the Peturunt and then knock everybody out? I'd like to see them try. That's your cue, Ewok Jumanji. They didn't have it. Okay, so we're fine. And then we just, yeah, we have it. I just bosses and do the thing. So Gengar didn't do anything this game. The Gengar literally did nothing this entire game. That was fun. We should definitely do that again sometime. You literally did nothing. When does Gengar do anything? Never. You know, your forehead may be a glory hole, but you didn't bring any of the glory today. Yeah, there was no glory. I wanted the whole glory. Why would you concede? I didn't waste any time. All right, we'll play one more with gang. Oh my god. PDCGL, somebody gave me money. Oh, it's Gazer Beam. Ew. I love...
We are losing 19 Terra Pokemon. We actually need a Terra challenge before rotation. These 50 bits are a bribe to do it.
What the hell is going on? 50 cents is not going to bribe me, okay? 50 cent. You know, we're not into club right now. I don't need 50 cent. You know, I'd rather you take me to the candy shop than we go into the club. Though it is 50 cents US, so that's like $10 Canadian. So I'm going first, so let's, I guess we start the Carvana. Okay. Just in case this is some... Well, I think even if it's not, we still do this. I still think that's the correct play, is putting Carvana and Toxel down. So I was thinking like, oh, if they have Sol Rock. But I think it's better to prepare for a Sol Rock than it is to protect your bench against like a boss's. Oh, God. Okay, well, we can one-shot Monkey Dory with the Pedo, which is really good. So Pedos like to spank the monkey. Okay. What the hell are they playing? I think they're playing a Kangaskhan deck, but wait, didn't they play... Oh, they didn't do it? Okay, so that we just win if things go our way. All right, so there's an air balloon. I guess we put that on the Toxel just to have it. All right, and then I'll Watchtower because we might want to save the Battle Cage for later. Okay. Just give me one of my 3 Pedos. Thank you. And I think it makes sense to do that. And I also think it makes sense to go get a Monkey Dory. Actually, no, it probably makes more sense to go for a Pecharunt. But, I mean, I think Pecharunt makes more sense, yes. And believe it or not, this is the correct play. Believe it or not, putting a damage counter on the Pedo makes more sense than anything else. And I guess, just in case, because what if they're able to get an Absol going? What if they have double energy switch, Absol, all that crap? Well, then we're going to lose our bosses. What if they have all that crap? Well, then we're about to lose the bosses. No, I'm not doing a Terra challenge. First off, we're only losing a fraction of the Terras, and it's all the bad ones except Charizard. Sprigatito EX is an H-block card, so that's not rotating for a while. Like, as impactful as this rotation is, it's also a really stupid rotation in terms of Terras and Ancient and Future. Because they didn't do it all in a calendar year, so it's really half and half for a lot of things. Okay, I'll take that all day. So yeah, we'll put the energy on the monkey because I want to be an idiot. And then we will Iono. I'm going to revisit those decks. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to revisit a lot of those decks. It's just I'm not going to do it in the context of a challenge. And Hyphen, it's not... The problem with the Terra challenge is it's going to be so boring. And ABC, well, they did now. ABC, thank you for the sub. But it's just I would love to. I would happily. It doesn't mean I can't revisit. It's just like I'm not going to do a Squawkabilly EX challenge. Like if you really want me to do a Terra challenge, I guess. Right? If you really want to see Arcanine EX, yeah, I mean, I guess I could. But like let me put Arcanine EX on screen. Okay, but like how is there anything good that I can make with that? All right, so let's go Ghastly Carvana. I got to make sure I limit my abilities, but that's fine. And then we just huh. I'm assuming we have an air balloon. Otherwise, I just screwed myself. Hey, we do. Okay, so we just go air balloon the Toxel, get the Pedo, and then we're fine. Yeah, Slowking's rotating, but like you look at Arcanine EX, this is terrible. This is a horrible card. Right? Like, how am I supposed to make a good deck out of that? That doesn't even do it. It's just Raging Claws. You just have to hope you survive a hit. But like, what do you're not supposed, you can't do anything. It's not good. You have to survive a hit, but it's just, even then it's not very good. For Bright Flame, you have to discard 2 fire. Like, there's nothing spicy about this. If there was a Terra power that said, hey, get down on all fours and bark like a dog, and then your opponent gets confused and punches himself in the face. Like Hero's Cape. Okay, so this is Gimme Duel, so we have to prioritize the Gengar. Watch how crazy things are about to get here. Yeah, it's just suck my butt, bro. They think they're gonna buy themselves time. You fool. What what okay, well that's 9-2. Well, we're 9-2, everybody. I don't know why they thought they would be fine. Oh, then we just get to play with our balls. That's even better. Love playing with my balls. Wait. Oh my god, are you kidding me? We seriously prized either 1 or 2 rare candy? Seriously? Yeah, I mean, we don't need it, but like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, I guess I still put the air balloon on this guy, and then we go and get a Monkey Dory, and we put a Pecharunt down, and we do all the things. God. Okay, we'll go Pecharunt just to put a damage counter on the Pedo. Yep. And then I guess just in case, we'll put the energy on the monkey, and then we'll draw 2 cards. God! This freaking game! Oh, there it is! But yeah, just you look at Arcanine, and you're like, this is one of the better, weaker Terras. This was like the original Terra. And it just does not compete in 2026. Yeah, Gengar's gonna come in so clutch. In this matchup, it would definitely help. And yeah, I kind of assumed they'd scissor me Timbers, but we that's why I prepped the Monkey Dory, and we win. So they should probably just concede. Mega Frostlass? Oh yeah, I'll have the videos up next week. So I kind of have to do it in reverse. Normally I do like the set list and the buy list before the decks. But because we probably won't know the set list in time, I have to do the decks first and then do the set list and then just sort of make educated guess. It's very, again, 10 videos in 12 days is going to be a record for me, I think, for like original content, not just stream games. And hyphen, that's a skill issue. That's a skill issue. Yeah, Mega Frostlass EX, you don't need to cook with Frostlass EX. You just put it in a deck and then use it when you need to. No, that's definitely a PDCGL moment. Did they just whiff their Scizor and they still... Things are not going great for them. If I can just speak freely for a second, things aren't going great for them right now. Oh, Terra Frostlass EX. Ew. Ew, I don't even remember what that isn't. Oh no, that's it's a grass that I think does 140. I'll put it on screen in a second, but let's see how good my memory is. I think it's a grass that has 250 hit points, attacks for 2 water, does 140, and then you flip a coin, and if it's heads, they take 1 less prize. Let's see how close I was. Frostlass EX. I was pretty much 100% correct. No, I forgot about one part. I forgot about the fact that it does 20 to the bench. You know, that's what really puts it over the edge. Oh yeah, that really puts it over the edge. Oh yeah, that puts it. Oh, just bend me over the edge, Frostlass. Ooh, I don't mind getting a little cold. I don't mind a little frostbite if you bend me over the right way. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. So yeah, I was right. Because I do know bad cards. Like, I looked through all the cards, you know, like every couple months just to see if there's anything I missed. Like, every time there's a new set, I sometimes go back and look at all the old cards to see if there's new, like, strategies. And Lucas, there's never a wrong time to enter me. So, yeah, take 1 less prize card if it's knocked out in the active. Ooh, it doesn't say damage from an attack, so if it's knocked out by Dust Noir, that's cool. Or Roaring Moon EX. But then it does 140 damage, and you're like, yeah, that's terrible. Like, this card is just terrible. It's unplayable. Like, you're probably thinking, even if you flip heads every single time, it's still terrible. Oh no, not my Toxel. And Tommy, yeah, I think I have a list, like, in my Limitless page with, like, Meganium or something. Like Meganium, Teal Mask, Odorpon, Energy Switch. But again, it's too little damage. Laser Beam, okay. We'll see how things are going, okay? When, you know, if you wake me up when September ends, maybe something will happen, okay? You know, the innocent will never last. But yeah, Frostlass is garbage. Okay, so they are set up. Thanks for all the balls. Thanks for all the balls, I guess. We don't have a monkey, but we do have a Fez. I think we want another Carvana. So we want Carvana, Fez on the bench. And yeah, we'll get rid of that and that. We want the Fez. And how do I take this knockout? Because I've abandoned the Toxel play. That's not an energy. That's a little concerning. Do we have an Earthen Vessel? We have a Maximum Belt and a Counter Catcher. Uh-oh. Okay, so I might lose this game now. And that's concerning. Okay, so I think what I do is we have to take both from you. And that does 270. We're knocking this thing out. So let's go 1, 2. Yeah, I guess maximum belt. So yeah, I should have expected the unexpected. So let's go get rid of these guys. So I should have put the Toxel down. That was my mistake. I should have had a Toxel down because I should have known that we weren't going to get the energy. And they're only down 1 bosses. So like, I kind of have to take the knockout here. But I also thought that, oh, maybe I'll get it like that. And then we didn't. So actually, do I just Greedy Fang? I'm gonna be weird, and I'm gonna Greedy Fang just to see if that helps. Mewtwo, I can win with Mewtwo. Okay, maybe I'll do a rotating Terra challenge. And Hyphen, yeah, and it doesn't let them activate Pheasantipity. So just because I don't have a backup attack, I think this is the smartest play. Like, they're going to take the knockout and I'm going to look stupid. But when has that ever stopped me? So in this situation, we regret everything. So yeah, just keep reminding me, but like I'm going to do Ascended Heroes. That's going to be most of February. And then I'll do like the fun rotating decks. That'll be March. And then like for like 2 weeks, I'll do the Terra challenge and that'll be like VOD exclusive or something. So the fact that they're going to win this game is kind of crazy. And again, Gengar just takes up space that you don't want it to take up. Like Gengar's not even going to turn this in our favor. It's because I would rather that be like a Toxel, I think. So yeah, I should have not put like the Fez down. Okay. That's cool. I was not expecting that. But they put the Fez down prematurely. Premature birdulation. They didn't realize I didn't take the knockout. Exactly. They got it. Okay. I didn't think the Sharknado was gonna survive the turn, but you wish. You wish. All right, so after this one, we'll play the Salvatore build. Who wants to see me play a Salvatore build of Sharpedo? There's a great idea. Oh, yeah, trust your pilot, a Salvatore build. Oh, you're so amazing. Make love to me, trust your pilot. Yeah, we also would like an INO or something. That'd be pretty cool. And Tommy Mac? Yeah, Golden Go. I think, I say Gardevoir is the #1 card to rotate, but that's just because it's so annoying to play against on PDC GL. Realistically, the biggest gatekeeper is Golden Go, because that's keeping Megas kind of in check. Because Golden Go can one-shot everything. So once Golden Go is gone, the Megas are going to start shining. So it's like, yeah, when Golden Go leaving, I think, is probably the biggest shaker-upper. Like, Lucario gets better when Gardevoir's gone, but, like, every Mega gets better when Golden Go's gone. All right. So I think... Why the hell do I have a maximum belt on a Pecharunt? Why the hell is there a maximum belt on that Pecharunt? Okay, so we got the INO. That's cool. We want to put the Toxel into play. And I guess we go. Yeah, let's hang on. What's in the discard pile? What's in the discard pile? We got Sharpedo, 2 energy. I think we just put the 2 energy back in, see if we can get them. How are you going to play Mega Diancie when there's no Gardevoir? It's a travesty. All right, so I think what we do is we just go Pecharunt into the Pedo. I know we're doing a hot 10, but that's fine. And then I'm going to Lilies. Do I Lilies? Yeah, because if we get the Toxtricity, and then we can Monkey, and we can knock out the Solrock or something. All right, so let's, ooh, hang on. Yeah, we'll just go for a Greedy Fangs. So we have an INO, we have a Counter Catcher, we're in an okay position. They're going to be able to draw a bunch of cards. An Airy right now would be hilarious. You know, there is a world where, like, Aerie is better than Zerosic. Because Zerosic, they get to choose. Aerie, you get to choose 2 items. So against Golden Go, Superior, you want to get rid of that. But I think the Baby Toadscruel, that's also leaving, which isn't a big deal because Golden Go and Raging Bolt are super nerfed. Yep, there's a Cypher Maniac. It's like if I had... Oh, wait, do I have any Veltal in the deck? Because we win if I do. Because they're down 2 Turo, and they just got rid of a switch, so if there's any Veltal in the deck, we just win. And I have to bring up the... Oh, wait, do I bring up the Fez? Yeah, Golden Go post-rotation's looking real rough. Yeah, exactly. Golden Go post-rotation, that's looking like that's a tough one. So wait, are they out all 4 Superiors? Okay, so then I bring up the Fez, because that requires 3 energy to attack. Oh no, I bring up the Lunatone, because Yveltal resists fighting, and then I have Monkey Dory. Okay, so yes, we go get the Yveltal, we bring up the Lunatone, and then we trap it. And the only way they win is if they have 2 switches or 3 Turos, which I'm banking that they don't. And I'm banking that they don't have all of that. If they have it, I tip my bonnet to them, but I'm believing that that's not it. And again, I'm also assuming that we have an Yveltal, which I'm not actually sure we have. Hey, all right, so we just win. If, oh, no, I guess I do want the Fez. Right, because I don't want to knock out the Lunatone. Right, because I don't want to, like, I want to knock this out over 12 turns, or 11 turns. I don't want to knock this out over 6 turns. So we want to go bring up the Fez, and then, yeah, let's Fez. Let's Arvin. Let's go get... Ooh, let's not go get a Toxtricity because I can't. Let's not go get a Toxtricity because I can't. All right, then we'll clutch. All right, bid you good day. More like bid you good night. All right, so we win if they don't have the cards they need. They're out of Superiors. They're down a Switch and 2 Turo. They can still win if they have a Pal Pad or something. But if they don't play, like, just tell me you only have the 1 Switch. Is that just a concede? Because you'll run out of cards unless you have a Super Rod or something. I mean, they're drawing cards, so I think that's good. But they looked at their deck. There's no way they have a Turo. There's no way you have a Turo in that deck. Okay, so this is why we need the Toxtricity. This is why we need the Toxtricity. There we go. Okay, so we got the Toxtricity. Okay, so no one, except for the Yveltal, is getting knocked out right away. Oh, so maybe that's how I lose the game. Oh, yeah, there's a chance we lose. Wait, what am I stressing for? They're out of Superiors. They're out of Superiors, so what exactly am I stressing for here? I should have healed the Yveltal. You know, I'm just going to take the knockout. I'm just taking the knockout. We're going to see what happens. So we go Super Rod. Nah, it'll be fine. What are you worried about? Nah, because they win next turn. So this was all part of the strat. This was all part of the strategery. All right, and then we go... yeah, 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Blood Moon incoming. 1, 2, 3. No, we got this. We're fine. We're fine. Everything is awesome. And then we go, I know them to 1. Everything's great. This is what you don't understand, is that I'm just this good at this game. You need to understand that. You best learn how good I am at this game. So yeah, we prized both rare candy. This was the game where we prized both rare candy. And bid you good day. Only 8 people. Then you got to buy. You got third. Hey, we take those. We take those all day. I think in actuality, I should have done the thing because they can just retreat into a Sol Rock and buy themselves another turn, but I can just Ino them again. So it's not that big of a deal. You know, my brain was fried. After those 2 games against Venusaur and Lopunny, where they just literally didn't have to think and they just drew all the cards they needed, my brain's kind of fried, so I don't want to think as much right now. But I just, you know, the fact that they got rid of all their superiors, there's not much they can do. Yeah, hey, that's top 50%. I'm not sure what's taking so long. Yeah, this is kind of what I assumed they were going to do. So yeah, I should have Eveltalled. But do you want to see something funny? Look in the mirror. All right, so then we go Team Rocket's Watchtower. Yeah, let's Adrenabrain. 1, 2. There's all the bosses. There's every single bosses. Oh, wait, why did I attack? Oh, no. Oh, I didn't mean to attack. I went on autopilot there. I didn't mean to attack. I was going to knock it out next turn, and that way they couldn't retreat. And now they just need a bosses and 2 energy. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. That was my bad. That was just an autopilot moment. So, yeah, that was an autopilot moment. Yeah, and then if I just had bosses, one of the 2 in the deck, I prized my 2 rare candies, my bosses are on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I just went autopilot. I wasn't paying attention. So in that situation, yeah, you don't do what I did. Because then they can just knock out the Yveltal. I should have, I guess, healed the Yveltal instead. Okay. They need all 3. Okay. What is happening? Well, we still win this one, which is good. But I misplayed right at the end there. I should not have taken that knockout. That was a mistake. Oh, I didn't need to do this, but they're being annoying, so I'm gonna do it anyway. How much damage are you doing? We're doing 350? Yeah, you know what? You think you can protect your... And then they concede. And then they have the audacity to concede when they took 4 more minutes than me. The audacity. Well, it's because I knew they got rid of all their superiors, so there was nothing they could do. All right, so yeah, let's play the Salvatore build, baby. We're going Salvatore. All right, so you don't have to Mega Super Punch. And Tommy, I only battle people who gift 100 subs. Those are the rules. So we'll go second just to see if we can get it. Because all we want to do is get the Salvatore. Salvatore is not rotating, for those wondering. Salvatore, I believe, is an H-block card. So it'll still work with Mega Lucario. Yeah, Salvatore is an H-block card, so it'll still work with Mega Lucario. Unless you have a really spicy deck, Tommy. We got it. We got it. We have the turn 1 Sharpedo. It means nothing because we're only doing 70 damage, but we got the turn 1 Sharpedo. Oh, we're going first. Oh. So that was completely unnecessary. That was completely unnecessary. Great. We didn't need the Salvatore whatsoever. Trying to perfect my net trick? I would say, you know, wait until Canary comes out. I've seen Canary help out my net trick quite a bit. So wait for 2 weeks. Put Canary in the deck and see how it goes, because that'll definitely help. And Pokepad is also good to, you know, find your electric. But I mean, Ultra Ball is probably what you want anyway. So I would say hold off. This is kind of why I'm taking a 2-week break, is not only do I have to do a million things at a time, not only do I have to make 10 videos in less than 2 weeks, but it's also that, you know, Pokepad just changes everything. Oh, God. All right, so it's in Zoroark. You know what? It makes... No, okay. I know we have the Salvatore. You know what? I'm doing it. I don't care. It makes no sense when I have the Sharpedo in hand, but we're going to pretend like we don't have the Sharpedo in hand, okay? Everyone just pretend like the Sharpedo was never in our hand there. Obviously, a Lilies for 8 would have made a lot more sense, but again, we're pretending. We're pretending like PDCGL is a playable game. Thank you, Cow. Yeah, what a crazy play. Getting the Salvatore, just the raw Salvatore. Just getting it like that. Yeah, Canary just helps because you can discard a Lightning, get, you know, Electric, Mega Manectric, Dynamo, Electric, pretty much set yourself up. It's a great supporter throughout the entirety of the game. So Canary's just such a good card. And I think this is a really good matchup for us, right? Because I can just Greedy Fang and then Hungry Jaws when they hit into me. And if they don't hit into me, I just have Pecharunt. So there's not a whole lot they can do to not suck a butt here. And if they put down anything with 70 hit points, we just Greedy Fang. But I think this is a Lily's. This is probably a Lily's turn. You either have a play or you don't. I mean, okay, they haven't... I'm not sure what the holdup is here. More like Mega Slow Punch. But hey, if anybody wants to suggest some things for my 69-second summary for the Sharpedo video, go for it. You know, does anyone... What should I say in the intro to that video? Because remember, the title is "This Mega Sharpedo deck is dominating in Japan." That's the title. And I'll start a prediction for the final game of the stream, because apparently this game's going to take about 20 minutes with the way they're playing. The Steenie. Remember, there's the Steenie. I already made that joke. I already made that joke a while ago. Because there's a Gumshoes that's searching for something. That's a 10 out of 10 joke. I guess I should tell you, I'll be playing the Heroes Cape Liepard build. The shark really took a bite out of the competition? That's too clever, Lena. They won't get the joke. Okay, no, just... You're all... Lena's the only one who said anything worthy, but that's 2 out of the lead. You know, for YouTube audience, remember, the Twitch audience is smart, because they give me money to watch me. The YouTube audience is dumb because they don't give me any money. We also can't be demonetized. I guess I should start with that caveat. We can't be demonetized. They do good day. Oh yeah, so is this... Like, what do you want the text on the thumbnail to be? Because I think I can put "I'm the sharpest pedo player" on the text for the thumbnail. But that's a lot to fit there. You know, Lena's is a little bit, that's a little bit too long because I only try to keep it like 2 or 3 words. Okay, they just did nothing. Good job. All right, there's another Kangaskhan. In this situation, I think we go Carvana, Energy, Judge. Shark goes Chomp Chomp. What did I use for the last one? Didn't I use like Daddy Shark for the last one? Okay. Well, we just go Greedy Fang. That's okay. Walking plane, you're winning. But like, yeah, this is, or like my favorite pedo. Yeah, there we go. My favorite pedo. There we go. I think that works. I think that works. You know, Lena, I have an image to maintain, Lena. And yeah, the reason I'm saying that I can deal with this Zoroark deck is because they're only doing 140 by copying Powerful Rage. This is another situation where the end Zekrom would change anything. Clamburglar, hey, no, don't tempt the fates. P do or P don't. There is no try. Yeah, I have a feeling this game's gonna take about 20 minutes with the way they're playing, and that's kind of sad. Razul, skating on thin ice. Okay, that one's too clever. Lena, yeah, I couldn't use that title. That word was gonna be in my original title, but Twitch wouldn't allow it. Which is, that goes against my First Amendment rights. You know, that's censorship. Wait, actually, if I hit into them again with Greedy Fang, that's still 280. So they're still not knocking out the Sharpedo. Yeah, I guess that's the backup. Is just do like how would you textify that? That's the joke, BDC GL dev. But how would you textify Baby Shark do? Like, would I go D-O, D-O-O-O, D-O, D-O-O-O, D-O? Do. That's like 7 do's. That's like 7 doo-doos. That's Dodo. That's Dodo Baggins. Shire. Baggins? Do. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, like, I guess we could keep it simple. Okay, so they did go for the monkey. I was wondering what they were doing. They still can't take a KO. They can do 170. They clearly don't seem to understand that I have a Monkey Dory, though. So in this situation, we go... All right, so I'm doing 240, so we have to use both Monkey Dory. Yeah, let's go 1, 2, 3. Adrenabrain again. I mean, I do have to be a little careful because things aren't going perfectly, but I think we win. I don't think they can do anything right now. And, I mean, I should probably save the Pokegear, to be honest. If I'm taking a knockout, I'm taking 2 prizes, so Pokegear actually kind of makes sense. And here, I'm actually going to go get a Sharpedo. I'm going to get a backup Sharpedo, or, yeah, we're going to get a backup Sharpedo. But then again, I don't think they can take a knockout, right? They can do 170. So unless they have Binding Mochi and a couple things, I think we're fine. So then we just go Hungry Jaws and take the KO. So unless they have Binding Mochi or Team Rocket's Venture Bomb or something, we're okay. And even if they have the knockout, I can just go into Kangaskhan to draw 2 more. And problem child. Okay. Yeah, Lena, I'm the #1 pedo player in the world. I told you. We're about to get our 10th win unless they somehow manufacture a knockout with... They would have to go attach PP up Pecharunt Binding Mochi, which is possible with a Pheasantipity and 2 Zoroark. They just have to have them in the list. Or no, sorry, they have Monkey Dory. I forgot that they have this damaged one, so they can still do it. They have to go PP up energy. So they should still be able to take the knockout, I think. So yeah, I should have gone for the Sharpedo. That was my fault. But all I need to do next turn is just put an energy on the Carvana, evolve into Sharpedo, knock out their Monkey Dory, and we'll be fine. Oh. Wait. That's not good. You're not allowed to do that. I was not paying attention. I don't have a Kangaskhan play. So they need a PP up and an energy. There's a Lopunny, a little late for that. They gotta have the PP up. That's the bosses. So we're fine. They're doing the wrong thing again. Yes, I can't use Kangaskhan's ability, but I have Pecharunt. So this is why I went for the Pecharunt. Because remember, we didn't have the Prime Catcher in our previous hand. Okay, that doesn't do as much as you think it does. Okay, so in this situation, I think I bosses the Baneri, right? Because remember the first game of the stream or the second game of the stream, I didn't boss the Baneri and I should have. Or I can just go for the Fez. But I think the Baneri makes the most sense. So we just go Pecharunt, boss the Baneri, Greedy Fangs, draw 2, save a couple cards. But if they Iono us, we're in big trouble. I'd also like to point out that they have now taken 10 minutes and taken 0 prizes. They have been playing this game for 10 minutes and have taken 0 prizes. Oh. Yeah, it puts me back on even prizes. It gets rid of their ability to do crazy things. They ended up healing my Sharpedo, which is good. But, yeah. So I think the question is...
Your hope ends here, and your meaningless existence with it!
Favorite quote from Final Fantasy X, along with Rides the Shoe Puff? It's Rides the Shoe Puff? Okay, so I can knock out the Monkey Dory or I can knock out the Baneri. I think the Baneri makes the most sense. The question is, do I poison the Pedo? Because 170, that's 280. I think we poison the Pedo. I think it's worth it. Because then we save the Prime Catcher, so then I can Prime Catcher and support her at a later date. And then we just go Greedy Fangs. And Problem Child, well, you shouldn't start it now. You should wait until the 29th when Zekrom comes out. Yeah, that Seymour quote, between that and Rides the Shoe Puff, the top 2 quotes in Final Fantasy X. And there's no world where they don't remake Final Fantasy X next, right? Like, I was playing Clair Obscur, and I was like, this is literally exactly what a Final Fantasy X remake should be. Even some of the music in Clair Obscur sounds like To Xanarkand. And, like, again, I've talked about this before, but Final Fantasy X has the perfect midpoint where you face Sin that first time. Okay, Dr. Pelipper. Just because you can fit in a lot in your pelican mouth doesn't mean I can. Or I want to. And yeah, I really liked Expedition 33. It's not perfect. Like, it definitely, I agree that it can win Game of the Year because it's a small developer, right? It wasn't a big developer. It was a very small developer. They were technically an indie developer just with a huge budget. But it's not a perfect game. Like, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's like a 9, 8.5. There's pacing issues, there's graphical issues, there's lip syncing issues. I hated the overworld. I thought the overworld was terrible. But the story, the music, the gameplay, like the music is literally an 11 out of 10. Like I'm adherent to the 10-point scale, and I would still give the music an 11 out of 10. It is that good. The overworld was terrible, yeah, but I mean, because they're an indie developer, they did have to ship the game. They couldn't, go back through development and rework the game again because the game had been in development. They had to make money. So even though the game wasn't perfect, it was still Game of the Year, which is crazy. Walking Planet, I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil anything. All right, so we go energy. Do I put it on the monkey? I think we put it on the Carvana, right? Because I kind of need to make sure we don't just lose. Oh yeah, Nier Automata was great too. Okay, so Binding Mochi on you. And yeah, we just put the damage. I mean, we're knocking out their Monkey Dory. So I guess if they put a Rigid Band on... I mean, but this guy... Actually, I might need Hungry Jaws? I don't know. This is actually a little sketchy. I think we do put it on the Baniri, though. All right, then we go Greedy Fang. Okay, we are still in a dangerous situation. There we go. Okay, all of the cards we need to win the game are in our hand. We can't use the Kangaskhan. We're probably going to lose the Fez. So if they INO us, we so lose. We had our stadiums. They just happen to be prized and in the bottom of the deck. Oh, that's a good one. But it's literally been 13 and a half minutes and they haven't taken a prize. Or I guess 12 and a half minutes. They're finally taking their first prize. And they can't even knock out my Kangaskhan. I have 36 cards left. Oh, there we go. There's a Fez. Okay, so then we go for the Fez. We don't need no stinking Toxel. We shuffled the deck. What's the correct order of operations is Fez first to increase our Pokegear chances. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is weird. Okay, so I guess we do use the Pokegear? Okay. Actually, wait, that's actually really good. Wait, the Salvatore is actually goated here. The Salvatore actually might just win me the game. All right, attaboy, Salvatore. The Salvatore actually might be the card that wins me the game here. All right, yeah, we go Greedy Fang because we're poison. But yeah, we didn't even need the Pokegear whiff. We just got the Fez. So I will admit, those were some lucky INOs. Top decking the gear and the nest ball. Though, to be fair, I haven't played any of my cards this game. So I had a lot of good cards in the deck. Right? Like, the cards that I needed are still in the deck. Just the fact that they've had the Team Rocket's Watchtower.
Iono is a lie.
And Dionysus. Hey, that reminds me. I'm playing a game right now that has, like, gods in it. It's the sequel to that Game of the Year from a few years ago. I can't remember the name, though. Do you remember the name? It's the one that has, like, Greek gods, and it's like a roguelike or a roguelite. The prequel or the first game in the series won Game of the Year. What's it called? I can't remember the name. I'll let chat do it. Hey, D's nuts would look great in your mouth. Boom. Got him again. Oh, you fell for it twice in the same stream. You fell for it twice in the same stream. You did it twice. How could you fall for it twice? You just got it. You got piloted straight into the ground again. Oh man. Okay, do I even have time for another game? This is taking like they're going to time out. They've been playing for 10 more minutes than me, and they've only taken one knockout. I can't believe you fell for it twice. Okay, so what's their Gus? They have 3 bosses in that deck? Jeez, chill, bro. Okay, so we just retreat, I guess, and I retreat probably into the Monkey Dory. And yeah, we go retreat into the monkey. Yeah, we're just gonna pass Adrenabrains back and forth, I guess. 1, 2, 3, sure. And then end turn. So as long as they don't have a 4th bosses or a counter catcher, we'll be fine. I think they have a 4th bosses. Oh my god, they have a 4th bosses. Man, if I had been paying attention, see, this is how you win against me. Is just take 15 minutes to take 2 knockouts. Because I was entertaining chat more than anything else. Because I was trying to entertain, because they were taking so long. They literally took a million minutes to do barely anything. All right, so we're playing the Liepard build. I have no idea what's in it. And Clan Burglar, and did twice in the same stream. All right, so I built this in a fever dream the other night, so I don't remember what's in it. But it's not like there's 18,000 channel points up for grabs. No, this is the game. This is the prediction game. That game went so long that you thought that was the prediction game. This is the prediction game. Because again, that went so damn long that you thought that was the prediction game. Yeah, so that I think you can notice like a trend, right? The longer my opponent takes, the more I just zone out and just, make great jokes. Okay, so oh no. Oh no. How okay, press 1 if I place the Hero's Cape on the Carvana now. Press 2 if I wait. I will let you decide. So press 1 if the Hero's Cape goes on the Carvana now. Press 2 if it doesn't. And then I have a decision to make. Do I go double Toxel? Oh, I think I have to go double Toxel. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, but I do have Psyduck. All right, so both people said 1. All right, so we'll go Buddy Buddy Poffin. Oh, are you kidding me? I literally put a Psyduck in the deck. There's literally a Psyduck in the deck. So guess what happens? Guess what happened? All right, so we go there. And then, yeah, Lilies for... Actually, I think we just Arvin. Right, we go Binding Mochi. Actually, I can go TM Evolution makes a lot more sense, actually. Now that I think about it, TM Evolution makes a lot more sense. All right, so let's go get the... I'm assuming... Now, we don't even need the Fez. We'll go for the Monkey. And then TM Evolution, the Toxel. So I think this was the correct play. And I think 1 was Hero's Cape, and we decided on that. Which one? Which one's that? Is that the one that like wins you the game or something? Oh yeah, there's a couple cards that have that. It's any card that is a knockout that's not that turn, they have a special animation. So there's other cards like that. Dr. Pelipper, it does, but I want to be able to attack next turn with the Toxtricity. Because I want to be able to put a little bit of pressure. What was that? Did you see that? The 10 damage clip through the Dawn. But, you know, I'm pretty sure I saw a Psyduck when I checked the list. But as long as I can just get a kitty cat down this turn, we'll be fine. Because all their Dust Noir can do is knock out Toxler Monkey Dory, though they could, you know, knock themselves out and activate Countercatcher. What's the Noctowl is your stage 1, Pidgeot is your stage 2, and it doesn't matter what your basic is. Yeah, like what was the thought process there with Dawn? Were they checking their deck? Were they actually checking their deck? That's not allowed, Bruce. We don't allow people to check their deck. They just had the rare candy. They didn't even have to Noctowl for the rare candy. Oh, we are so done. We are so done. You know, I thought we were going to get to 10 wins this stream. Live had other ideas. Still waiting for that official ruling. Which official ruling? Okay, just take a breath, everyone. This will be fine. We'll go great. So wait, what should the sub goal be for the Terra Challenge? Because the Terra Challenge wouldn't happen until March. So should the sub goal be like 500? We're at 82 right now. Lena, wait, what? Who said? Isn't that a Demi Lovato song? Who says? Like play Pokemon? I will allow you to post a link, Lena. I will bequeath that a privilege upon you right now. If you would like to post the link, not the Zelda, you will have that privilege for this one time only. Do the funny thing, Lena. Don't do it, Lena. Represent the 5%, Lena. Okay, so I can literally just knock out the Terrapodos this turn. That's kind of funny. I just literally knock out the Terrapodos this turn. But then don't I have to worry about a revenge Dust Noir? No, I think the Sharpedo survives, right? I'm not going to do the math. We're not going to do the math, but I think the Sharpedo survives. Deck search first of game. Okay, yeah, I didn't notice that because I don't pay attention to that stuff. All right, so we're gonna go for the kitty cat, and then I guess a backup Carvana because, I mean, if they're taking a knockout, that's when we'll add the Fez. All right, and then yeah, we'll put the binding mochi there. So remember, I'm not gonna bother doing the math because, say it with me, math is for nerds. So we're not gonna do the math to see if a Dust Noir Charizard probably maximum belt combo knocks out the Pedo. I'm pretty sure it does. And then we just kind of lose. But if it doesn't, I win and it's funny. So yeah, the official thing is that they're doing something regarding deck search first of game. So tempo of play, but they didn't update the handbook. So they I'll check to see if they updated it. So it's deck search first of game. The documents have been updated. Was the TCG rulebook? So first of game. Uh-oh, that's not it. Deck search? It's not there. So they still haven't updated it. And Dr. Callahan, well, don't ruin my happiness. But the tweet came out like 2 weeks ago. Well, like a week and a half ago. So you'd think they would have added something. So they're doing 240. And it's not a knockout, right? They're doing 370. Right, it's 370 total. Watch them have a tool scrapper. They're going to have a tool scrapper or a maximum belt, and that'll be the knockout. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew they were going to have the stupid maximum belt. I called it. The only thing that could cost me the game is if they had maximum belt as their ace spec. So, of course, they had maximum belt as their ace spec. Oh, right, because of poison. You're right, because the poison would finish it off. There you go. So you're right, the poison. They just had to blow up the Dust Noir. That boosted Charizard by 30. There. So I didn't calculate that. You're correct. I did not calculate that. So I have to knock out the Pidgeot this turn, which I can do. And I am going to do. All right, so we go Toxtricity to the Carvana, but then the Charizard wins the game. So no, we have to knock out the Zard, but we can't knock out the Zard. We have to knock out the Zard, but we can't. Oh, geez. Okay. Sorry. We have to knock out the Zard, but the problem is that we can't. We can't knock out the Zard this turn unless I get Monkey Dory Energy Switch. But I don't think there is a Monkey Dory Energy Switch combo here. Oh, there is. We need you. We need you bigly. Okay. So I have to knock out the Zard. I guess I Fez? Because we need a lot here. We got the Pedo. Okay. I know one of the next 3 cards has to be my 1 energy switch. Otherwise, is there any way that I can not lose here? No, because I'm pretty sure the Charizard's just taken a knockout. Oh, I have Arven. Didn't even notice. But, oh, no, because I don't have enough. No, I should have, I needed the attach. I screwed that up, didn't I? I screwed that up. Yeah. Screwed it up. My bad. So I should have fezzed. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, Kelsey, you're smart. We got everything. Yeah, I needed to wait on the energy attachment. That was my bad. But we got the Gravity Mountain, and I'm spared. See? Never punished. Never punished. Absolutely never punished. They're probably going to have Ursaluna and a way to recover the maximum belt somehow. No, they're just going to have Ursaluna counter catcher for game. But what if they don't? So yeah, you're right. I should have... I had the knockout if I attached to the Monkey Dory and then energy switch. So I needed to Pheasantipity before I attached. That was just a terrible error. But that Zoroark game just took so much out of me. They took 15 minutes to do 1 knockout. My brain is fried. It's the end of the stream. My brain is fried. I already have the YouTube video. You know, the YouTube audience is never going to know about these oopsies. You know, they're never going to know about the oopsies I make in my pants. And we'll raid Tricky Jim after this one. And I also forgot that there's, you know, stuff up for grabs here. Do they just have the rare candy Zard? After all that, they just have... Oh, wait, what? Are you kidding me? They didn't even play a supporter. And they just had it like that. Didn't I Iono them? I Ionoed them into Rare Candy Zard Super Rod. I mean, they got one of those off the Pidgeot. Everyone say it with me. See, Lena, see, it doesn't matter. I can play perfectly. I can play perfectly. And PDCGL just says no. I can play the game as perfectly as possible. And PDCGL just says, nah, bro. All right, so let's raid Tricky Jim. It'll be a raid and run. I won't be able to say hi. So say hello, Tricky Jim, on my behest. Wait, Mahone's playing PDCGL? What is going on? What universe have I stumbled into that Mahone is playing TCG live? Is everything okay? Ask Andrew if everything's okay on my behalf. And I will see you all, I guess, 2 weeks today. Lots of YouTube videos, though. That's going to be fun.